So last week you were struggling to get off Shipwreck Island after you'd accidentally run aground in the rather harsh conditions of the Dragon's Maw. Luckily you've got a very good carpenter with you.
I thought we were calling the island Doctor's Love Lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can name the island whatever you want. I named it Shipwreck Island.
He lost two loves on the island.
I'm going to call it Elgazale.
Well, Helga's one of the lost loves.
Yeah, he did. So, well, you are mapping as you go along, so you can name it whatever you wish.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. We'll tell him it's called Shipwreck Island, but we'll actually write it in because he can't read. I'll write it in differently.
What can the Doctor not read?
Well, we don't know that in character.
Can't read.
Pretty much. I don't think he's reading right actually in the career. I'm not sure he is.
Yep.
Ooh, thanks for letting me know.
Yes, Alexander. We'll let Skell recap anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much not far off where we were. I mean, you managed to sort of get off the island after you've been attacked by harpies, but sadly after a while the harpies actually came back from the dead and you had some zombie harpies to worry about. They swooped down on the decks of the ship and you cunningly retreated down into the bowels of the ship where it was a lot tighter and more difficult for the harpies to do their flyby attacks, and you managed to take them out. The particular hero maybe of the day was a gruff looking dwarf, a marine on the crew. He burst up onto the deck as everyone was retreating and swiftly dispatched three of them single-handedly in a spray of angry gore. Both
Big hammer.
Yeah, Yodatin is his name, and Amina and Yodatin both managed to hold off the harpies on the top of the stairs and did really well at that. Amina, you held your ground spectacularly well. Despite getting completely surrounded by harpies at one point, you really, I was going to say rode your luck, but I'm actually going to say it's skill. You defended them off with only a few sort of cuts and bruises and things to show for it. Once they were all dead, you turned your attention, Yodatin turned his attention once more to the two crew members, Wolfram and Carl, who'd been strapped to the main mast on the ship. These are the two who had accused each other of tampering and sabotaging the ship's water supply. Yodatin stomped up, took matters into his own hands, and with one foul blow slew Carl as he was pinned to the mast, and swore quite a lot, I believe, and said that everybody knew it was him anyway, and then retreated back down to his quarters.
He's not the brightest spark, but he applied the Dwarven equivalent reverse psychology. And in his mind it worked.
And we left the session pretty much on that point. You just managed to break the ship free of the rocks of Shipwreck Island, and you'd begun to steer the Griselda's bounty through the water towards the thin outline of the Isle of Ibn Ghazi, which has been the target all along that you've been aiming for, the one that Malagaunt has been so interested in, that his books have told him to seek out. You can see it as a small island, not very hilly, low set high island just on the horizon where you are. You think it probably won't take too long to get the boat there, maybe an hour, maybe less.
Probably a voice you can barely hear from a cabin downstairs, weakly calling from his bed. Take your time, no rush. Take all the time you need. Day? Use the day. If you need the day, head still hurts. Whatever.
Well, it's true, you don't have to rush straight there. And we also did work out the date, didn't we? So I'm going to put that in now.
13th of Plafugzeit, I think we ended on.
We did indeed.
Bezeltag.
We did. 13th, and it was 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So you're a few hours from darkness at the moment. And Heinrich, the first mate, will come round to you all and say that the captain's calling a meeting in his cabin immediately. If you'd all like to attend, he'd be most grateful.
Meeting? Did I need to do any healing at the end of last session? Because weren't there some wounded?
I think you got away with it actually last session. You did really
I
well.
believe he did, and Amina got a wound back. Because she was in the golden hour. That's why she's not wounded now.
Okay.
Yes, you
Yeah,
could.
I've got a wound on me as well. There was that previous-
Aura healed the dwarf. I remember that last week.
It wasn't really a proper wound, though. It was a bizarre critical that hung around even after he'd shaken off all the damage.
Thanks.
You have got a wound on you, Doctor. Was that caused by the harpies actually originally?
Yeah, I think, did I have a crushed rib or something like that? Bruised rib? No, something chest. Yeah,
Something like that.
I think it was
Yeah,
from
because
the
your
harpies.
vigour was down.
Where does it say anywhere on my card that I've got wound?
Now you need write it on yourself. Well, you can just drag it on actually. Yeah, let me just see whether it's still on the initiative tracker.
It might have been from the fight before, I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
it probably was. I don't think you actually got hit because you sort of stayed at the back.
Yeah, I certainly think it was from the previous session with the full-on harpies.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to watch a video.
Damn it. What was it?
I think it was definitely your vigour was down. We can't call up the table for the crit hits, can we?
Yes, I can have a look at it, but
Look through.
that's
There's
the
the
table.
hundreds.
I can
No.
tell you which one it was if I look at it. Torso. Battered.
-1 vigor, -1 toughness.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your sheet,
Right, so
Doctor.
battered. Put that in my notes then, is that? Or
Yeah,
how we're going to remember? Something to remember, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, I've put it on the front sheet, under the bit where you got setting, gender, rate, and age. I've just put my
Okay,
brain
just-
damage listed there. And you can right-click your vigor and do a boost lower to lower your vigor by 1d until you heal the wound. That should also. Will that reduce your toughness? Does it deal with
it does. But it also
does
gives you an
indeed.
extra -1, doesn't it?
Gives me what, sorry?
Yeah, because vigor -1d and tough. I think they're just telling you it just so you don't have to worry. I don't think it's -2 aggregate toughness. Do you?
I agree. Yes.
Yeah, it just says vigor's reduced to die type, and then in brackets it tells you what that does.
That's right. Yeah, there you go. So I've set you up. So unfortunately, you are feeling a bit battered at the moment. You can put,
Okay, got you.
you can say,
Right.
even though it just says battered there, you can say what the wound is a bit more specifically if you want, so it sort of matches how you got injured. It's up to you. Oh, also, Doctor, do you want to do a premonition thing? I keep forgetting your premonition. It says an edge, isn't it?
Yes, I was thinking about those because I was thinking I haven't done my. Is it Sixth Sense or Vision? One of those two. I haven't done those for a while.
Yeah. So you'll get a.
What do you want a d20 for? Oh, Alexander's rolled on the arm wound.
Well done, Alexander. You've got mangled fingers. Fighting, -1, shooting, throwing, and climb.
Ow, that's horrible.
It says, isn't
So
it?
it's visions, isn't it? Which lets me do the signs and portents system. Is that right?
It is, which is in the horror companion. Let me have a look.
You feel
What is-
that you're about to go to a meeting. Oops, we're about to go to a meeting.
There will be
Yeah.
fresh water present.
I'll try and give you something.
Bean.
Well, it doesn't always give you the. It's not always true. I think what you come up with. I'm just trying to find it now.
We have a reconnected Kerry.
Yay.
Hello.
Hello,
We've only
Kerry.
just done the recap, so we're not started yet.
Hello.
How are you, Kerry? You all right?
Yes, thanks. Very well.
How are the kittens?
They're fine. They're healthy and happy.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. And how's the?
Oh, that's the other thing, because Gaz and Alexander weren't here to hear that particular bit of revelatory news.
Oh yes.
What?
That was good
Kerry?
news.
It's good news.
You like the news?
Yeah. Well, might be having a child. Possibly.
Congratulations.
I don't know how to put that.
What do you mean might be?
Well, you know, things.
Congratulations.
All things being.
Hedging your bets.
Fantastic news.
So enthusiastic to tell me there. You could tell in his voice.
He's really looking forward to it.
Can I have
So
some
he's-
XP?
Yeah, can I have some XP for that? Well, you've got to catch up with Gaz first.
Why did they get a card pop up? King of Hearts.
Because Skell just did the
That's
signs
for me,
and portents
is it?
thing.
Yeah, signs and portents.
Why
It's
doesn't
me.
Didn't know that. No one tells me these things.
We're supposed
Well-
to just know.
We were listening.
I don't listen to anything he says. The doctor.
But it was Skellen that said it.
You don't listen to me either. That's even worse.
Nah.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to, if you want to entertain yourselves for a moment, I'm going to type it to.
Okay. So
Entertain. So we're heading towards the thin line of the island on the horizon.
I'm thinking more along the lines, when's that Mulligan going to start, leveling his character up? Would that be this week, next week, week after, next year?
Well, because he's saving up the points
Yeah.
to maximize his magical twinkiness.
So is the doctor still angry that I try to heal his patient?
Oh, the doctor doesn't. Well, you could have gotten away
I
with it.
don't
'Cause
know.
Gaz doesn't know. The doctor does,
Sorry.
but he's a
Gaz
delusional
knows.
individual anyway. So
No,
No,
the
Gaz
doctor-
knows. The doctor
doc-
doesn't.
Doctor doesn't because he was downstairs, not
Good
upstairs,
point.
and didn't see it.
and your datin's response was, "What the hell's this stuff?" And then wiped it away. No wound left.
Oh.
Wandered downstairs.
But you missed Alex's character saying, "What's that all over my nuts?" I loved that bit.
Alex is
Well, I wrote
She
what
hasn't
your
got me.
datin said. No, I wrote what your
Oh.
datin said, but you can talk as your allies. And at that point, I had Amina selected. So
Okay.
Amina said, "What's this stuff all over my nuts?"
Maybe just have a snack,
Could be a very Araby snack. It could be. We don't know. Maybe it's the fact she doesn't speak Ruxville properly. Just mistranslated.
Now I have to tell you something, guys.
Oh,
Nah.
No.
you've got something all over your nuts.
Yeah. It's
Well-
mangled fingers.
If if she does have nuts, then at least she's one less liability on board the boat. Being a female,
What was that supposed to mean?
they're unlucky.
What,
It's
nuts on a
unlucky to
female?
have females.
Is
It's unlucky to have
this?
females on the boat.
Or is it because my character would certainly object to that?
This is a well-known.
Your character's not female.
shipping.
Your character's a priestess.
Yeah, that's different.
It's a
Priestesses are
well-known-
exempt.
shipping, boating, nautological belief.
Probably find that most people ceased looking at Aurora as a female when she entered the priesthood.
Why didn't you just say
One of those
seafar-
completely unfair
seafaring?
things.
Seafaring would have been an adequate statement to make. Not all that. Only these school teachers these days just like throwing out words.
Well, Amina will give out a round of circumcision if. What's it called in English?
You said the right one.
Okay.
You want to do circumcision?
Circumcision, yes. With the two scimitars, like.
You've got to be really accurate.
Yes.
Sure.
Detailed.
Hold
work.
really still. Shink.
Is the tail finished then, or is it you still type? Oh, that's yours. We
That's
see
it. Great. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, don't read it.
Why do you always do it? It's /W, Skull, I think. That's better. Well done.
Wow. I only got halfway down it. Damn.
Don't mind. Well, they'll be able to go back
Idiot.
and it's all right. It's yeah, it's /
It's
W.
as if there's a
GM.
video or anything, is there?
The easiest way of doing it, actually. Oh no, you can't do it. In the
Oh, it's
Muslim
/ then, is it? If you
It's
just done
backslash.
/ on yours.
I forgot the GM bit. It's
Oh, yeah. No, I sent that to the doctor. That's the point. I sent that to the doctor.
Oh,
Did everyone see that one or just the doctor?
I saw it.
I've seen it. Obviously.
Why did that not work then?
Hang on.
Because you had the wrong slash. It's the other slash.
But that's what Skellen did.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, it was. No, I actually did it wrong.
Okay. You probably did /W or something.
Yeah.
While on the
Boom.
topic, how do you do the thing where you like describe what you're doing in text?
You can hold down Alt to do an out of character. So when you type it up and then hold Alt Enter to send it as out of character.
Yep.
Control Enter for action, and Shift Enter just does normal chat.
You can.
Or you type /EM.
Yep, that too.
That was what I just did.
Actually, if you press Control and Shift, you get emote as well.
Very good. Lots of cool little tricks. Do feel free to because I do try and read it and draw my attention to it if I don't. So do feel free to use the chat to do roleplay stuff. Yeah, that's it. Punch each other in the face.
How do you do EM? It's always like emotes. How do you do it so it just says you do it?
Type
/EM
Slash it. Is it forward or backslash?
/ or is it?
There's no difference in color between emotes.
No, the emote and the action. I think it's the same thing. I think the act and emote are the same thing.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it worked.
That's probably just me messing around with the font. It's done that.
But we've been called to a meeting with the captain.
You have. All right. So you.
Johan will drag himself out of his bunk then and wander to the captain's cabin. It's all of about 12 feet for him. So like, oh, it's upstairs. You have to clamber upstairs.
No, didn't someone throw the captain out of his room? Wasn't that you? You threw him out of the room.
I thought the captain still had the main room.
Yeah, I thought we still had the main. We had one of the ones downstairs that had a, whichever one looks like it's got a chest in it. I think it was.
Captain has the full set on the captain's quarters, isn't he, on the back of the boat? He has all that. Him and his first mate, was it? I think
so.
I'm at the front of the boat on the captain's quarters.
Yeah, I'm at the prow. No, the keel. No, whatever. The back. I'll stop using nautical terms now. Keep getting them wrong.
Doesn't work.
The back. It's the stern. The back, I think.
That's the one. Stern.
But by and stern, that's right.
I'm at the angry of the boat.
Okay, so you'll
I'm at the happy end of the boat.
head
Doesn't
into.
work like that, does it? It's not called the happy, the front.
So you all head into his cabin, and Sealman is sort of old, receding hairline and a wrinkled face. He smiles at you as you enter. Please, take a seat. And he
Johan won't wait to be invited. His head hurts.
takes a pipe out and stuffs it full of tobacco. Well, my friends, it seems we had a fortunate escape. The ship, the Griselda's Bounty, is looking reasonably repaired. It should get us through this immediate quest that we're on. Though probably after, if we would set course to the Bretonian coast once more, we could make proper repairs and resupply the water supplies that we have. I suspect they will last a couple of days. We could do with finding some water here in the Dragon's Maw if possible. If not, we could make it back to the Bretonian coast, but it would involve some rationing.
Captain, well, ingenuity can only go so far.
Where's Mulligan?
Is he still in his cabin?
Someone was telling him to meet me.
I'm here.
Oh, I didn't see you there, Malagon. Sorry.
I'm not
So-
on the boat.
You're not on the boat?
I drag him into the
Oh,
room.
I was an ally, wasn't I? I wasn't an actual
There you go.
individual.
On the boat. Nobody else.
I dragged
is
myself
there.
on.
Aurora's there.
There's no Alex.
Doesn't quite work though if you have yourself on, does it?
Yeah, I know. I'm not on the combat tracker either. Datin is, but I'm not.
No Alex
I don't
there.
know who Datin on. He's not appearing in this
Yeah.
session. Probably not. Oh, in terms of switching characters, if you have multiple characters, I'm cool with it. Only once a session, so it's not like I need to make this skill. I'm going to go and get
Yep.
another character. So, but you can, if you do it once per session, that's fine. I quite like it. It gives an impression of having a large crew, which I have got. So that's cool.
Do you want to put me on the combat tracker and I'll drag myself back on with the right token?
There you go.
Only works when he drags it.
It does. Yeah. There you go. I've put you on.
Yay. Yep.
That's why I asked him to do it.
Aurora.
I can't hear you. Was that the doctor talking again?
Said that's why he asked him to do it.
Captain, I'm sure you didn't call us all in here just to talk about the water and the hull?
No, I have another a matter which I want your advice really on how to resolve it. It appears-
Execute the dwarf, that's what I say.
If you seek a Malamite's counsel, then I'm happy to provide it.
It was why I made sure you extended this invitation, Aurora. It is always wise to make sure that we seek the counsel of Manan before we do anything while in his waters. The actions of the dwarf Udatin, I think that I suspect he got the right person. However, what's troubling about it is he took it upon himself to essentially kill another member of the crew. And right or wrong, we need to maintain some discipline on the crew. And I really wanted to get your thoughts on this matter. In terms of what.
Well, unfortunately, I was in my cabin with the wound, but I must say I'm likewise appalled at the perfunctory manner in which the action was taken. I'll have to surrender the floor to others to speak of what actually happened.
I do not wish to take action against him lightly. He seems a dwarf who
Likes using his weapon.
yes,
Well,
yes.
that was one of the reasons he was brought on board. As a muscle.
It was indeed, and by the way he handled himself, I'm sure we will need him on side.
Yes, besides, if we wanted to anchor him, he could probably take down half of us in battle.
Possibly he does look a very capable warrior, but we should never be fearful of our crew. This is how mutinies occur.
There is something I could advise from what I know of his history. The discussion that yourself and I had when we first came on the ship, Captain. One of the worries I had was for individuals such as Yodatin himself. I understand that he is regularly to be found, I believe the term is in his cups. Perhaps a stern reduction of any ration he may have in that regard would serve to bring him to heel.
Very well, I think.
Well, I had the opposite idea. In fact, if you may hear me out here, in case that should not work, if we need to somehow incapacitate him.
How would you suggest we do that, Aurora?
Well, it obviously depends on whether we have enough drink to actually get him properly. I believe the colloquial term is pissed off his tits.
Or perhaps the doctor has a sedative.
Ah, yes, that is probably much easier thing to do if we could start in his drink.
I imagine there's not enough alcohol on board the boat to, unfortunately, to render the dwarf unconscious.
Insensate.
I'm sure there are plants and such that I have within my cabin that may be of use. There's also odd, strange-looking things on board on these islands that I would be willing to test on him if need be.
We should keep our eye out for something. If he does indeed prove to be a danger, then we should have something with which to at least temporarily neutralize him. But I have my hopes that he will still be a boon to the expedition.
Yes, quite seamless. I have make no mistake. I do feel that Yodatin was acting in our best interests, and what he believed to be the best interests of the ship. And I do believe he will be useful to us.
Yes, but he needs to learn to defer to your authority, Captain.
Isn't the wider issue how we deal with insubordination? I mean, not just this specific case, but trials and so on, and how we have to judge.
It did stem from insurrection among the crew. That is also an issue.
And the how we were to judge the supposed sabotage of the barrel was.
That's what I meant.
Very vague.
This is true, and while we're close to the Bretonian coast, it's perhaps not so much of an issue, but once we get further away from civilization, we will be on a ship with a lot of men, and we need to make sure that we can do things fairly and that we can keep order on the ship.
Well,
Do we know yet
Go ahead,
why
Doctor.
he did it? Do we know yet why he did it? Why he sabotaged the boat? And perhaps more importantly, are there any others that are in the pay or in the sway to sabotage our boat?
Well, I don't know any details, but I have my suspicions, Doctor, that either the mysterious cultists that you encountered to the ball before we left may have further reach than we suspected, or
Found no sign of their mark upon him.
or that blackguard.
So
He may be the one responsible.
Could he have paid? Presumably, he paid him then. Could he have paid more than just him?
He
Do
could
we
well
need
have
to
done.
Somehow,
I'm sure that he has reasonable coffers in the same way that I do. So if
do we need to ensure
Well,
no other influence of De Crayon, you mean?
to perhaps a sign of something or a gesture of something to the men may ensure that none would sway to his sabotage methods.
How much had the suspected saboteur been paid?
Was it him we found the money on, or was it the old guy?
Yes, it was the young guy that the money had on him.
I believe we found 25 gold crowns on him. Although what his story was...
Yes,
we
I
don't
remember.
know.
25, yes. 25, I remember.
He said 20, didn't he? Of course.
Oh, yes.
That was the sum that Marcus found in his
Very quickly said 20.
in his chest. I do not think that compensating the remainder of the crew to the same measure would help, but Captain, would a simple stipend payment to thank the crew already for the danger they undergone on our behalf?
I'm sure they would be pleased with that, as well as perhaps some shore leave when we do return to Bretonia.
An opportunity to spend their hard-earned gold, yes. What would you suggest, Captain? What would encourage but not discourage them from maintaining the stellar workmanship they've been doing so far?
Well, it is your money, however...
Could I suggest perhaps a relaxation of the workload for an evening, where perhaps crack open some more of the, because we have fewer water at the moment, so we could crack open the rum, the ale, and have a perhaps sort of like a celebration.
A splendid idea, and perhaps 5 silver shillings a head.
I was thinking about 10.
May I suggest that, regardless of what we pay them, we give them the bonus by merit, so that whoever
If we
performs.
That is perhaps a good idea. If we
Yes.
beat the aforementioned blackguard, they could be promised a weightier sum.
It is also not certain that Carl was indeed the saboteur. We still have Wolfram, who I have not dealt with either, who I just released back into the crew. He does seem a well-travelled and well-liked sailor, but I believe we should never fully trust anybody.
Indeed.
I don't really trust the doctor.
So we shall take 10 shillings apiece for each of the men. Karma comes around, so if we divide that out amongst the blood money that Carl was paid, then the remainder can come out of the exploration funds. Captain, if you have your second in command, inform me of the amount, and we can divvy it up accordingly. I think that Aurora's plan is an ideal one as well, so make it known that any member of the crew that performs above and beyond will see addition to their stipend.
Splendid idea, yes, I agree with this. This will indeed promote morale among the crew.
Well, Marcus, you're an equal member of the exploration team. You're getting a share.
For promotion meant to cut more shares. Okay.
I just ask out of character, why did the dwarf choose the young kid, by the way?
He did an intimidation roll. One of them passed. He didn't. The one that passed stood up, went, "Oh, I haven't got anything to do with that." And the other one, "Aah!" And that's weakness. You're responsible. Spank.
Right. I hope your roll was good.
He failed. The other guy slaughtered the intimidation roll. He got like a 17 against an 11 or something like that. I can't remember.
So we don't really
So,
know.
Just because he stood up against your intimidation.
Yeah,
don't know.
to the dwarf, that means, okay, yeah, because he thought he was being ridiculously scary and intimidating. The other guy went, "Rrr." So the only reason he's got nothing to hide. He's not scared. That one is.
Yeah, let's get rid of the dwarf.
Well, that is not a decision to make lightly. It is certainly not.
Especially considering that from the sound of it, Marcus's marine contingent has been...
Sorry, that was
I
our
believe-
character.
term is decimated.
You
No,
mean
decimated means reduced by a factor of 10 or 10%.
10%?
It has been
Half.
annihilated.
It isn't. There's still half of them there, and that is not my fault. I take a little bit of break, and you get attacked by some harpies.
I know,
You don't
Marcus,
give
there
me
is no
directions.
way, shape, or form any attribution of blame here. I think they performed stellar.
Well, I was
They
blaming
stood
you.
up against the conflict and
But you were
may more hold her soul. Helga was a stalwart
Well,
individual in the original conflict.
Just saying, next
May she
time
now rest in peace.
I will command the Marines, and you can command the sailing. That's the last of that.
So, Captain, is there anything else, or do you know how long it will be before we hit land? Sorry, before we make sure. I believe hit land is the wrong term, considering.
Before we've done that once.
Yes.
According to Malagorn's instructions, is just a small island here. We could reach it within the hour. However, we do not have much daylight left. I wonder whether it would be worth weighing anchor and moving on to the island in dawn, and perhaps giving everybody a little rest while we're in the relative safety of the sea.
Indeed, and some much-needed preparation time. I believe
Yeah, nice.
Malagorn needs to tell us what is on this island. He has given me certain information, but I believe he should speak to the rest of you about his findings.
Perhaps we should do a round of reconnaissance if it is not too large, this island. Just to see what we might.
We aren't near the island yet. We're still an hour away.
probably best to set anchor away from the island, just in case.
I think they don't want to sail towards the island in case they hit a rock, because they can't see it in the dark.
Yes, we shouldn't alight to the island until the hours of daylight anyway.
So we're fully ready.
So we go to bed, and do we put out a guard in case more funny creatures attack us in the middle?
Indeed, and then perhaps we can take the opportunity to enable the crew to relax somewhat tonight.
I think Malagant needs a lot of relaxing.
You do, Malagant? Are you under stress or something?
Not me, no. No.
This from a guy with a big old, now sort of russet brown bandage on his head, where the blood seeped through.
Yeah, and yeah, it's obviously Malagorn is shaking and sweating.
He said, "No, I'm fine." What's wrong, my old friend?
He's currently finding solace in a book. Nothing's wrong. I'm eager to get him.
Are you sure? Is there anything you need to talk to me about? No, because I got a crit fail, even on my charisma.
Stop questioning me.
Fine.
That's a critical failure response.
Yeah, he needs his space.
Perhaps, do we have a cabin boy or something? Can we do we have someone?
You have a cabin girl.
Can we get them to watch the other suspect for a few days in case he decides to do something?
That'd be more to, I think Amina has taken herself on as being
Oh,
going
right,
to
okay.
Sophia. So, well, I mean, it's up to Amina, I guess.
Trying to remember, what was the name of the guy with the hernia?
Oh, I put it on the party sheet. I called him somebody hernia. I'm pretty sure I changed his name just so
I
that.
think you did. I just can't see it. I'm going blind.
I'm just wondering, how many days is it since we had the first fight on the island?
You've been about 1 and a bit.
Okay.
Doggenberg, Koons Doggenberg is his name.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, second you say it, I can see it. He's on light duty. Perhaps we can get him to keep an eye on Wolfram.
Also, Aurora, you're quite low in volume for me. I don't know what you're like for the others, but I'm struggling to hear you sometimes. I don't know if you. If there's
Oh, sorry, I could turn it up a bit. Is this better?
Yeah,
That's better, yeah.
It's a lot louder.
That's better.
Is it too loud though?
No, you're fine to me.
No, it's fine for us.
I had you on 200% before, but I'll now put you down to 100, so I don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Yeah.
And now you're normalised for me as well.
Yay.
So,
Oh, that's a good point. You've got the card that helps you do the other heal, haven't you? It's resting in comfort, isn't it, that one?
Yep. It's the Homely Tavern. Play this card after spending the night at an inn or other comfortable location to make a vigor test to heal wounds. It's the only time you can actually beat this 5-day thing, I think.
Does that reset the 5-day counter, or would then be another one on the 5-day point?
5-day after this one.
I think, what was the wording again?
Play this card after spending the night at an inn or other comfortable location to make a vigor test to heal wounds.
Does it reset the vigor
Yes.
roll?
Oh, you got to do a vigor roll to heal your wounds. And
Your
create
vigor's
my
wounded.
vigor to go down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bugger.
Yes, it's going to be quite tough. And you got, I think you might need note, you know where you've noted your injury? If you note down you sustained the injury on it'd be the 13th, it'd be today actually, wouldn't it, I presume? Or would it?
No, it
No,
was
it
the
was-
12th.
Day before, I think.
yeah, it was the day before.
So yeah, you might want to note down it was on the 12th, so it'll be 5 days time, 17th or whatever, when you can make your vigor check.
But- Does this card bypass that 5 days?
I'm going to say it's just an additional one. It won't reset the counter, you just get a free vigor check.
Oh, okay. Or does
So you need
someone
to
want this?
switch that with somebody that can use more than one card, I think.
I'm saying, does anyone want this?
Or someone who's got a handful of NAF cards.
Is that what you want, Doctor? Do you want this card?
Well, you're not going to give it me, are you?
I'm asking, do you want the card?
I would have the card, yes.
Oh.
Unless the Johan wants it.
I wouldn't ask unless it was like
I
serious.
thought you'd say, well, you're not having it. No.
Well,
Well, in card, they're different, but the cards aren't in card.
and you've got to
you have to
swap
give-
them, so the doctor would need hand one back.
Well, does Johan want it? Because I don't know, is it going to be wasted on me if I'm going to fail my...
But it's the group, isn't it? It's not individuals.
No longer have the card to tell you. I think it's
Oh,
individual.
so look, play this card
Because if it is for the group, we should probably
the location to make a vigor
save it.
test to heal wounds.
Yeah, I think it can be on the group as long as the group's always in a I'll reword that card actually. It's yeah,
There you
it can
go.
be the group. So if you're all in or whatever, you can make a vigor roll free one.
Could we
Does
say
anyone,
that?
does anyone have any fatigue?
No.
Aurora did have briefly, but I think she's recovered that from her drowning
Yeah.
experience.
I don't know if that-
No? No.
Give him that one then.
Got one here that might be quite good for Malagron, but I'll give you the...
Oh, that's thanks for giving me a rubbish card. That's very
Well, you could have played the Homely Tavern set for everyone if you wanted to.
That's fine. That's fine.
So if I play the Homely Tavern now, then we can before our rest.
So we're going to arrive off the coast,
Is that okay?
anchor up, and relax for the evening.
Yeah, one second though
This is
before
because
you
of the drinks and stuff that we handed out. We are.
Yeah, 1 second though before you do your figure rolls and everything, we'll just sort of finish up a little bit here. As Sealman will say, and so the matter of Yodatin, we are to cut his rations. Is that what we agreed?
I think the dwarf will respond most to having his alcohol curtailed.
Yeah, I think he will respond to that. Yes.
He may need to be spoken to in
Negatively?
addition.
We perhaps
Do
need,
it.
You're the security. And you got promoted apparently.
yeah, you,
So go show your new qualities.
yes, Marcus. I think it'd probably be right as you as the head of security on the ship to inform
When
Yodatin.
I come in charge of security, right? I'll go down and tell him. So I go down and tell him and say, Johan says your rations are going to be cut short. Bye. And I come back to you and say, I told him.
Is that pretty much how it goes?
Yeah, he's drunken himself into a stupor with his own alcohol up until this point.
Okay, cool.
Johan doesn't know that he's got his own alcohol,
So he's sleeping.
Drowsing at the moment.
Do you think we could perhaps, while he is...
shave his head?
No, I was thinking more of like chain him or something.
Put his hand in warm water. Making himself. They work in Warhammer world as well.
Okay,
sorry, Aurora. What did you want to do to the dwarf?
She was suggesting manacles.
Yes, well, perhaps if you do not think that would.
Do you honestly think he is a danger to the rest of the crew? I mean, we have been a sail almost 2 weeks now, and this is in reaction to a crime, as I understand it.
You're very defensive about him, Johan.
No, I'd advise you to take the action you take.
Well, if you're talking about crimes...
I didn't see the action. I do not know where the fear comes from.
Sealman.
I mean, if it's a question of crime, then he has committed murder, hasn't he?
Maybe we could try him at a port, throw him off the ship. That's a good idea.
I don't know dwarf law, so I don't know how Bretonia deals with dwarves. I know that the Empire sees them in a favourable light due to their relation with Sigmar.
But isn't it up to the captain?
As I said, I believe that we need to defer to Captain Sealman's authority. The only way we will maintain morale in the crew is if the captain is the single arbiter of justice while we are at sea. Well, obviously, Aurora, with Manan's guidance, obviously.
I see.
We could do the complete opposite. We could reward the dwarf and claim that it was part of our, punishment, and it was all planned and so on. The captain could hail him as a hero, and then we, for future, to prevent this happening in the future, we could, I don't know, take his weapons away or make it less easy for it to happen in the future.
So, Sealman will tug on his beard. It is a difficult one. I think Udatin will be incredibly valuable to us. I'm sure we will meet creatures far fiercer than those harpies that we met before, and he did stand on the deck well against them.
We'll make a vote right now. No more dwarves.
And I do believe what he didn't do out of malice. He did to protect the crew in his own rather dwarven logic approach.
Still don't know if you got the right person.
One thing I could recommend, Captain, whatever decision we come to here, perhaps you could have Karud speak with him.
Who?
Karud,
the Master of Guns. The other dwarf aboard ship.
There's two? Damn it, I forgot about that other one.
Indeed, I could speak to him. He has spent many hours at sea and knows the culture aboard a ship, which perhaps Udatin is not so familiar with. And
I'm still not familiar with it myself, Captain. Perhaps one of his countrymen can do more to curtail his activities than we would be able to.
Very well. I think that is a wise course of action. I will speak to him. Aurora, does this satisfy you? Did you were hoping for something more severe?
I think it will do for now, but
Aurora, could you put manacles on standby in case?
Well, I don't have any.
Could somebody on the boat? Marcus, do you have...
I don't have manacles. No one told me to bring manacles. They didn't tell me to bring lots of stuff.
Well, we do.
We might have a chain for the anchor, wouldn't we? That is perhaps a bit large.
It might be, but advisable to keep on standby in some way, shape, or perhaps it's sturdy rope. If we just put something ready, should it be needed.
We do have manacles, and I feel that it's, the head of security should have some, should they be needed. So we'll make sure that Marcus is supplied with a couple of pairs of manacles.
Why did I become head of security?
Why you were hired in the
From
first
day
place.
one, Marcus, it was the
It wasn't
sole
the
reason
I was
for
time.
your...
head of the doctor. You
it
were hired as
wasn't-
head of security.
I was in charge of the militia, not the
Security.
And
in charge of
the
the military.
militia is part
Just-
of security.
It just sounds like I'm a guard.
No, head of the guards.
Could I also
Still.
point out, Marcus, that nobody told me to bring my, doctor's tools with me, but being the
Or his
doctor,
wheelbarrow, or his shovel. And they have been most useful.
I brought them with me. You being the guard of the ship, I thought you'd have brought some useful tools to do your job.
I hired militia, 6 of them,
Yeah, useless
And they were-
ones.
and they
Now,
were pretty
Couldn't even
good.
do that
Doctor.
right.
Doctor, they were not useless. Marcus,
Sorry.
you are doing a stellar job, but as we are aware, we all have much to learn on this expedition.
Some
Take
more
the
than
captain's
others.
offer under advisement, Doctor, please. Take the captain's offer under advisement. Avail yourself of the ship supplies to ensure that you have whatever else you need, the duties that are required.
By the way, Johan, do you want me to get Manfred to take over Helga's duties about the doctor, or do you think the doctor's okay now?
I think we can't afford to have him regress to that state again, so let's hold off on that one.
Okay. Maybe if the doctor's more cheeky, it might happen quicker.
If you need anything cleaning up, I've got the job. I've got the tool,
Tool?
the cleaner.
Mistress Aurora, if we are intend to have the crew have a degree of relaxation this evening, do you think leading them in some kind of service for those that wish to pay penance to Manan would be of
That could
Appropriate.
hardly hurt.
So you can see dance. Bloody service. What do you do?
I know little about the cult of Manan. I do not think dancing is high upon their list of cult activities.
How would you know?
Shanties is pretty high.
I've read a few tomes and details. I know most about more.
Did you see the dancing bit in character?
What the doctor did.
Yep, I muttered it, yeah.
Well, okay. Okay, Aurora gives him a pretty dismissive look.
Yeah, the cult of Moor are not much for celebration. Well, we
It's
do
not
hold
Moor.
a good
I'm
few
cult of Moor.
wakes. I'm cult of Moor as well.
Yeah, he's cult of Manan.
Yes, I was responding about our spiritual endeavours, Doctor.
Doctor, you're standing right beside him. Can you not hear him? Is there something wrong with your ears? Do you want me to get someone to clean them out?
Thank you, Captain. I
lot of
think we've
pain, yeah.
discussed everything now. So
Cold
let
part.
us know when we have weighed anchor, and we can ensure that everyone relaxes.
Very well. And in future, should there be other disciplinary matters, I'm thinking perhaps, since this has been so successful, I could rely on you to act as a council, and we could...
As a group, yes, I think we should.
You've been successful. The last one got his head chopped off.
Well, it's successful
We still don't
matters
even-
of dealing with you, Datin, I think, maybe.
Oh,
And,
right,
and,
that.
and in future we could gather if there are any disciplinary or other matters that need to be resolved.
Indeed.
Indeed, a good idea. Although I would suggest that we do not make this behaviour or arrangement known openly to the crew. It may erode your authority in their eyes.
Absolutely. However, I do need to maintain command, as you say, and maintain authority. However, I do not wish to appear as a tyrant aboard the ship.
Of course.
Captain, I have a question for you. If you die, or when you die, who takes over from you?
This is a good question. I guess, in terms of chain of command, it should be my first mate, Heinrich.
Yeah, Mr. Band.
I just wanted to know that, so that's fine. Just don't worry about it. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
are you planning?
Nothing. Just preparing for the unexpected.
Is
I've already
that-
lost half my Marines. I've only got half. Do you know what my night patrol is going to be limited because I've got less people now?
Well,
Limited.
we'll deal with that next time we hit landfall in an area that has appropriately hireable individuals.
So I can speak a proper language that people can understand.
It is wise to think of such matters, though, Marcus. You are indeed a worthy choice for head of security here.
Yeah, wise beyond his years, it seems. Wise beyond his years.
I would say so.
Well,
Well,
Slap Marcus on the back. Slap Marcus on the back, like, camaraderie. Well done, well done. Sort of half congratulations, half. You know how nobles have that. Oh, so you're a farmer. Wonderful, wonderful. Not intentionally, but
I
still.
want a better title. You don't like this side of security.
Still, I must retire to my cabin briefly. I'm feeling lightheaded once again. Doctor, is there anything you can do to change this bandage? It's getting quite uncomfortable.
Yep, we'll take a look at that. Just come with me.
We'll go and back to his cabin.
Next day, we find a headless corpse.
Yours. You don't find you don't find
It wasn't even a pause. It wasn't even a pause.
And there's 5 gold coins shoved down its throat.
Yeah.
Stealing those 5 coins.
I think he stole 10 because it was 35 and he had 25.
No, it was only 5.
No, it's 25 and he
I
said
was,
20.
okay.
And I failed the roll, so you saw me and went, okay.
And
Yes.
Aurora, you suggested, I think, entertaining the crew somehow, or if entertains the word, but do some sort of service, a blessing maybe.
Yes, perhaps I can try to lead them in prayer, and then we shall sing a shanty or two.
I'm sure that'll lift spirits. It's always useful to have Manan with you.
I say we should pray to all the gods, and hopefully one of them keeps us alive.
So you can
That
do
is
that.
never a bad idea.
You could try that as a charm, Aurora. You can use it as a, if that's your intent, really, to,
To what? To lead
to
them.
you're raising spirits through doing a service with the crew,
Interpretive dance.
interpretive dance.
Does it involve veils? Is it?
You could use
That's
another stuff if you do
That's persuasion check, isn't it?
charm, yeah.
Yeah, it's charm in this rule set.
Oh, charm.
If that's how you want to do it, it is pretty successful.
Yay.
I mean, otherwise you could go for the smarts route and just, making it more of a, moral to the tale or something. Or the charm can just be a bit more, hands with us and, bringing luck to them and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what sort of they probably have, like with any religion, like a bunch of tropes you can throw out for specific occasions. They probably have like a whole bunch of things you say when you have a feast, because that's the thing
I'm sure.
sailors do.
If you want, I mean, you don't have to do it now, but if you can come up with a few of those, they'll certainly get you a penny if you want. Anyway, so the doctor was changing Johann's. Oh, sorry, are you done, Aurora? Is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'll see if I can think of anything.
Cool.
So just go ahead with the others.
The doctor and Johann are tending to one another. Everyone else is just relaxing.
Showing war wounds. Sharing war wounds. Checking him over, doing his redoing his bandages, checking his wound, making sure there's nothing growing, no face on it, etc.
And then
Well, it is a head wound, so there is a face on it. But it's the one he was born with.
Oh, there's a face on it! Quick, smash it.
And does Malagaunt also want to speak of what he knows of this island, or is he
I thought I knew very little.
You don't
And then
know.
you'll be telling us very little.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
leave that till the morning while we're in a rowboat approaching it, that might be more thematically and dramatically appropriate.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, what do I know exactly?
Is this something you ask Skellen first?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't explained it to you greatly. We'll do it. Do you want to do it on the rowing boat on the way in?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless revealing the information would put the chances of my stealing all of the wizardly knowledge in jeopardy. Because I think I'm quite jealous regarding this.
Maybe a good night's sleep will get rid of your delusion.
Yeah, I need an insanity.
Well,
If this talk in the boat says, "Hello guys, we're going to this Isle of Cthulhu. Don't worry about it. It's been fine."
Yeah. The rest of us goes, who's this Cthulhu chap then? Yeah, he was an ancient devotee of Shalia. Really peaceful guy.
well, I think what we'll do on the boat on the way there, I'll say on the rowing boat, I'll tell you what happens, and you can reinterpret it how you want to the crew, so you can tell them, to the rest of the people, what you want to tell them out of it. And so for the time being, everyone's having quite a nice, relaxing time. I'm presuming, Marcus, as head of security, you have set up watches and things?
Yep.
Good.
Since there's only 4 of us, there's going to be 2, and then 2.
Do you want to commandeer any of the crew for this?
2 Marines in the first one, and me and the other Marine in the second one.
Okay.
Because I don't have 6 to make 3 then.
Sure. Anybody else doing anything before we go on to vigor rolls?
I'll be checking my stores for any sort of soporific plants and drugs.
What's a soporific? What's that word?
Sleep-inducing.
Soporific, yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'd like to pray for a safe landing, if that means anything.
And Johan is spending his time in his cabin, very uncomfortable in the knowledge that the crew are carousing and enjoying themselves and drinking alcohol, and that is absolutely wrong, and he is quietly praying to more for guidance.
Excellent. Okay, Aurora, if you wish, you can, as one of Manan's chosen, you can make a faith roll. It's at -4. But if you do manage to get a success, you'll be rewarded somehow. Which is unlikely because he rarely answers anybody, but yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
You will, however, get powers soon, I think.
Yeah.
Where are you? Yeah.
Is it when you get the 4th advance, or is it the 5th one?
It's when you get the 4th advance.
Yeah, 20 you go up to seasoned.
So, I believe, since we've played the Homely Tavern, the Homely Ship, Homely Cabin card.
Yeah. It's not bouncing up and down on the breeze as it would do otherwise.
Yeah.
Are you 2 going to be sleeping in the same room in the doctor's surgery?
No, I'm in my own cabin. It's much more comfortable than the
Okay.
dirt hole the doctor keeps in his surgery.
It smells nicer, but I wouldn't say it's much better.
Because of
Less
that.
blood on the floor, perhaps.
This will be the first time we've ever done
Vigor.
wound recovery rolls, so
Yeah, well, it's a
Right.
straight vigor roll if you have a wound. So you should be at -1 for your wound, unless you've got nerves of steel or something.
During the night of my tour, I go down to the doctor's cabin and stand beside him and look at him when he's sleeping.
creepy.
Is it love?
He gets this.
Luke.
That's funny.
Brilliant.
You go sit by his bed.
Jesus Christ, that's so sweet. Thinking about it, because you've sat down, you sat by the doctor's bed worrying about him, but he doesn't know. But he really
But in
doesn't
a really
know.
creepy way.
Hey, can I get the vigor check for my other character as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And can we say that because he is the most wounded of anyone on board, he should probably be in the doctor's custody?
That's fine.
In my
Usually,
house.
I was going to say that anyway, because without being in having been tended to, you actually get minuses to the check. So
yeah, considering he's so severely wounded, he probably is in wherever the doctor is.
yeah, absolutely. He's probably in the bed next to him.
Okay,
Oh.
so it is.
In the bed that is next to him, not in the bed next to him.
With
Quite crowded.
Marcus stood over us.
Oh,
Does he get in bed with us and snuggle up?
If we wake up in the morning and there's a symbol of Slanesh on the hull, I'm going to be annoyed.
That's one wound healed then.
Now you can Benny, though the Bennies are with the player rather than the character, so you will be spending Aurora and your Bennies with Ulfgrim. But you can.
No.
Why was the +7?
Why is he at +7?
Because he's adjacent to Marcus, because he's in the doctor's
Yeah,
room.
that's +4.
That's
Oh
+4.
yeah, I did wrong. Yeah.
It's okay.
Why did it end up +7 then?
It should be a 3, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a
three
fail.
I don't know.
Does he get +1 from me though?
No.
No,
Ah,
that's
is
just
that
don't
just
get
on the
minuses.
healing rolls?
Yeah, your healing rolls are kind of done now. Your extent of that isn't stopping them getting minuses to this check, which you usually get.
So I would roll a Betty, because that would have only been a 3.
Right then.
You only need to get a 3 on a D8 though, so
+4. Yeah.
Wait, so what is the multiplier supposed to be at then?
yeah. So you've got a -3 wounds automatically, and you're getting +4 from.
You
Marcus's
just
card
do +4. Don't do
Yeah.
anything else. The game will do the -3 for you.
because of the wounds automatically. There you go. 2.
Aced it. You get 2 wounds back.
Ah, but I thought one had already taken off, hadn't it?
So still, yeah, but okay, it still would have been 2, so you'll be on 1 wound left.
8 it should be
Yeah.
on, shouldn't it?
But
Because
it's
you've
doing
got
that.
1 less.
No, it's
It's
got
doing-
+6 to it.
It's doing the +6 again. Why is it doing
It should only
that?
be +4. So it should be -3 +4.
Do that? Yeah, I don't get.
Is
So it should
something
be-
to do with
Where's the
initiative?
It should
Where's
be
the extra 2
6.
coming from?
The actual score should be a 6
I
on
don't know
that.
because I hadn't. Done
Unless the
anything.
character's got an edge or something that's helping.
Oh, we could have one of the edges that's.
Do you have the Elan edge?
No.
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 Okay, that adds +2.
Is that-
But
But you have to add that in.
I don't know where it's coming from, the +6, but you've healed 1 wound with that anyway. So
yeah, regardless. Right, let's see if Johan gets anything. I'm not getting the +4.
Just take off one of your
Oh
goodness and then-
no, that's dead bad.
Shouldn't last because I haven't gone yet.
That's an
Can't
infection.
Second roll.
Can't
It's-
re-roll it.
I know.
What's the second roll?
Second roll of the day.
Oh, right.
Oh, you
Hang on.
second crit fail
Yep.
of the day as well.
Second roll of the day.
I'm feeling that's something like
Come on. Yay! There you go. I got 14.
you're fine.
Fully healed. Aren't you happy?
Yes.
You can fix your vigor now then.
How do I get rid of my vigor thing?
If you
right
right
click
click
it
on
and-
it,
Do the boost thing.
Modifiers, that thing.
No, the booster one. It's the one on the top corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I fear
Default.
critical roll might be bad.
a critical failure on a natural healing roll increases a wildcard's wound level by 1.
Need to get rid of the battered as well, don't I?
So, damn it, I'm sorry, Johan. You've gone
No, it's alright.
to-
It's what happened. Can't help it.
I am playing it grim and perilous.
Oh, it's your own
Hang on a
fault.
sec.
It's your own fault for not sleeping with the doctor like everyone else is.
Oh, did you not get the +4? Oh, we wouldn't
It was not
have
in
the
my
critical
copy.
failure anyway.
It wasn't with me because we couldn't get it because you have to be beside the person.
Yeah. I mean, if the +4 wasn't, it would only been it would have been a 4, so it still would have been a success, but it still would have been a critical fail, but still a success, bizarrely.
Is the healing, well, is trying to heal exclusively, or can I try to heal Johan?
No, this is not a heal. This is
It's natural
sleeping.
healing.
This is sleeping.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's some kind of he's got some kind of infection, and it's not gotten better.
Yeah, it basically gets infected. You'll probably be getting sort of pus in it or something like that now. The headaches will be getting a bit worse. You'll be a bit worried. Blood from the ears, maybe.
You're not going to be able to make it with us.
This is what happens when you get the doctor to change your bandages. I'm just saying.
I was just thinking the same thing. Good job I changed your bandages. Oh, bugger.
Some doctor he is.
It's actually nothing that his fault at all.
Not
But
from do me.
everyone's blaming.
Not fair.
It's thematically appropriate. Well, Aurora and your other guy, Ulfgrim, you could spend another Benny if you wanted to try and beat that result to get to heal 2 wounds from him. But it is
You'd need a 6 or exploding dice to do that, though, wouldn't you?
true. Yeah.
I got an exploding dice.
I think I'll say that.
I suppose with the D4, you're more likely to get an exploding dice, aren't you? Was that Benny that Aurora used come from Aurora? Or
No, yeah, I used the wrong one, but now I can't get rid of it. How do I? Hold on.
Can you know Johan can't use a Benny?
Yep.
Can I use a Benny on Johan?
No, because I don't think you can't do anything to cancel a crit fail with a Benny.
No, I just wonder
Yeah.
if I could get around it by me doing it. But, well,
It's a rather cruel Warhammer setting rule I use. Basically, if you roll a critical failure, it doesn't matter what. It's the Chaos Gods poking fun at you, and it's a fail, basically.
never mind. I tried.
And you can't Benny it.
There's your doctor. You forgot to remove your own wounds.
I've got no wounds on my character sheet.
A red dot in your picture, then. That's weird.
Um,
You might have to release him and sort of reconnect. That's what I had to do.
Oh, okay.
But I think, John, do you not get another roll in the morning? Is it not for the 5th day for you tomorrow?
It might be.
So you will get.
Tomorrow the 14th or the 15th?
14th tomorrow.
14th.
Oh, I got the wound on the 10th. It wasn't the morning of the 10th.
It'll be the morning. Of the
It was dawn, wasn't it? It would be dawn of the 15th, not dawn of the 14th.
Well, I tell you, I'll be kind, seeing as you've got worse, and we'll say you can have the vigor roll in the morning.
So a feverish night.
Gods of
Feverish
Chaos
night.
favour you.
We'll see whether you can recover. Yeah, you'll have a feverish night with Marcus standing by your side.
Nope. I'm not standing beside him. I'm standing beside the doctor.
I
And then do my tour again.
loved your use of that card, by the way. That was just brilliant. Sitting by his bedside all night. Yeah.
So effectively creepy.
Yes.
I was so scared when you said you were going to stand by my bedside.
And look at him. Funny. Alright, so because of that card, I'm going to say you have a really nice sleep, because the card's quite powerful, so nothing happens to interrupt your sleep. Everybody on board has a sound sleep. Everything seems
Little
nice and
two
comfy
sound.
tonight. And it's all quiet. So the morning sun will break through the over the horizon, and okay, it is now. Let's put the calendar on. 14th.
The calendar.
So it is now Conistag, 14th of. I mean,
Flugzeit.
would you like to help me out?
Alexander, how do you pronounce that?
Flugzeit, it's the plow.
The plough, cool.
Flug is plow.
Ah, plows right. Okay, cool.
So like plough day or something?
Plow time.
Plow time.
So
So
yeah,
autumn.
Like
yeah,
stop.
September,
hammer time.
October. Harvest fest.
It's the Amish version of stop. Hammer time.
At which point they quickly knock together a barn.
Well, they still probably have hammers, but
Exactly, that's what they use them for. Stop.
You cut that out of the video, right?
I don't think any Amish are going to see it to be offended.
That's true. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, it would be fake Amish. I don't know. Anyway, so Doctor, on this morning of the 14th, because I'm feeling kind, I'm going to say it was very early on the morning of the 10th when you took the injury, and because I feel a little sorry for you getting the critical failure, you can have another roll if you wish to try and recover your wound.
Okay, I'm going to give it a straight roll to begin with, because there's no point spending a penny straight away. Now, with that,
Oh, should you not be a man?
I'm
to
going-
Should you not have 2 wounds? You should have 2 wounds.
I haven't put an extra wound on. I thought you did. Yeah, you got 2 wounds on there. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's, so that would have been a 1. So nothing there.
That's fine.
Still. So I'm getting the fast healer
Oh,
edge
very good.
briefly. So it should be a +2 to vigor rolls when checking for natural healing.
Okay.
See if this helps at all. I'll spend a Benny.
The other one you could have actually is a LAN, which would mean that you get +2 and well, it's the same actually, isn't it? Identical.
Yes, just but that would be 1 combat or scene. So
Okay.
depends how long the scene is. But I'll go for Alan because I'm probably going to spend a. Well, I need to spend a Benny to get the reroll anyway. So I'm at a +2 now.
Is there something funny about your deck? Is there like 2 of them cards or something?
Or have you got that as well?
Yeah.
Crying out loud. Another Benny.
There you go.
That's better.
There you go.
He goes Super Saiyan and the blood just like seeps out of his head and heals over. Concentrating.
Can I check my bandage worked? Let me have a look.
It did. It was.
Yes, I had a rather restless night, Doctor. My forehead was fair on fire.
Oh, it was probably the new poultice I put on. Sorry, I should have warned you.
Well, something
It
was
will
certainly
sting when
leaking out,
It will
and-
sting when it first
and I've
starts
basically
working.
I've got dried blood around my nose. I don't know what went on.
Just shows that it was working. Don't worry. What I did obviously worked. Ah, yes. Look, it's all cleared up now. Let me just
It's still
get a
sore.
wet towel and I'll mop it up for you.
I swear he's talking to you in a sultry voice.
Well, my head's
You-
certainly
you slowly
clearer this
watched me
morning.
sleeping.
My head is certainly clearer this morning.
Can you just
And,
follow my finger, please? Just.
Okay, yes.
Yep. Up,
Are you
up
sure
there.
you should be putting it there? Okay.
Could you cough, please? Oh yes, all seems work in order. Good.
Yeah, nothing was wrong down there, Doctor. It's a head
Well,
wound.
let's pull your pants back on then.
Are you sure you're a doctor?
I haven't been reading the most recent medical textbooks, but I'm sure that was mentioned.
I like to give a thorough once over. You know, do my job properly, not like that captain, that guard of yours.
Anyway, let's
He was.
let's keep
I
going.
think you seem good, actually. Perhaps a day out and getting
Yes, I feel like some fresh
would-
air
would be
might do me
good.
some good. Indeed, indeed. Shall we crack on? I believe, well, we do not wish the hours to be wasted. Sunlight is burning. And he skips out of bed, feeling like a new man.
You do
just felt a new
after a feverish night, and that happens sometimes, doesn't it? You have a feverish
Yeah.
night and then wake up and you feel alright.
Burns it through.
Yeah. Excellent. All right.
Come out. It's all right. I've cured him. He's fine. He's all good. My work here is done. Thank you. The doctor has healed him.
Well, that's what your job is. Okay.
Remember that. Somebody who's doing their job. Yes.
Gentlemen, can we start the day on a good point with no bickering, please?
Who's bickering?
I had a weird dream
Gentlemen.
last night, I have to say.
I'm not bickering.
I like Badger's one. Who's gentleman?
There's at least 2 ladies here, I think.
I wasn't addressing the ladies.
Well, in that case...
If I was, it would have been, shut up, bitches. No. That's not what your hand's like.
Oh, did someone get hit in the background?
I just got slapped around the back of the head by the missus for saying, shut up, bitches. And I thoroughly deserved it. Anyway,
Well done. Well done, Mrs.
I'll award Gemma a penny later.
Yeah, Jemmy's got a penny.
Yeah. So, Malagant, is the boat ready? Which will be off? Which direction should we go in? Where's this tower? What's on the island? All these questions. I'm burning with curiosity.
So the captain.
Who we taking on the ship on the wee boat anyway? How many people can fit in this boat?
Well,
Perhaps we should take 2 just to be on the safe side.
Well, I was someone will say I was going to move the ship closer, and then we can lower the small craft. But if you want to approach from a distance in the smaller boat, that's fine. That's up to you.
That's fine. I thought we... Oh, okay. But, okay.
He weighed anchor a ways out. It's not very deep the sea here because of all the islands. So you are you can sort of dimly see the island on the horizon. You could row to it if you want, or you could sail closer. It's up to you.
Should we perhaps have some marines on standby?
It's good to sail closer. I just thought that we had already arrived and that's what we were doing. I just misunderstood. Okay, cool.
No worries.
Aurora, you mentioned about Marines?
Yes, I said we should perhaps have some on standby in case anything bad happens.
Marcus, do you need to take all the Marines with us, or would you be leaving some aboard ship?
I asked how many people can fit in a little dinghy boat.
Well, there
only
are
one, I
6
think.
of us. What is the capacity?
That's what I asked. That is what I asked.
Well, just having a look at the boat on the map. A couple of them, they have.
Or the front and the back of the ship, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like there's no way that's going to fit all the crew on. So if the ship goes down, you've had it.
Like 6 people can fit in them. That's 12 people.
Yeah,
It's a Titanic, basically.
I reckon you could possibly get 9 in there at a push, because you could get 3 sat at the back, 3 on the centre, and then 3 at the front.
3? Look how big the square is.
Yeah, but you don't occupy the entire square now, do you?
it'd be
You're doing
cozy.
combat, but that's 5 feet, isn't it, the squares?
Yeah, it'd be cosy. In either case, you could get all of you on a ship if you wish.
With So if you could do 9, that would be the 6 of us plus 3 others.
The 3 Marines. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You also had a chance to update the boat, so we don't have to go exactly what's on the map here. So really, the lifeboats can carry as much as you wanted them to, because you made.
Maybe they're a bit longer.
Yeah.
Bring every single member of the crew so we can.
I don't think we wouldn't get them all on there. There's no expectation to get them all on.
Because
Maybe there's
one-
another boat underneath each boat.
Yeah,
like a Moscow doll or a Russian doll.
Russian dolls. Yeah, it's a Russian doll lifeboat.
Until you get to the last one, and it's like a coracle that one guy can sit in, sail himself around in a circle.
All right. So you'll sail closer then. So Captain Sealman will ring the bell, and the sails will unfurl from the masts, and the Griselda's bounty will cut through the waves once more towards the intended island, the Isle of Ibn Ghazi. As you get closer within reach, you probably get about as close as Sealman wants to bring the ship without fear of running her aground. You will need to row the rest of the way out, obviously, because it gets sort of shallow over there. However, as you do, you're just about at the point where Sealman will say, he says, okay, weigh anchor, and as the anchor begins to fall and splash into the waves, you all begin to feel slightly dizzy, a little bit sick. Then there's a pain in your chest, a growing, stabbing, welling pain, and then your joints begin to ache. You look down at your hands and you see the flesh starting to wither, and your skin appears a lot more leathery as you do. And you look around and you see the other crew on board. Some of them are on their knees, the screams that go out sort of echoing through the still morning air. Some of them are on all fours crawling around on the deck. Everybody needs to make me a vigor roll, please.
Well, he's all acting all weird. What's going on?
Pass for the raise, fail, that's bad. If you fail, you will start suffering you'll all suffer the effects of aging anyway, but the vigor
I should have had a +2 to that because of my edge. Still the same scene, isn't it?
Okay.
Still the morning.
Alright, so that's a pass.
Should be a 5.
So the pass, with a pass you get normal. A fail, you'll get sort of the double penalty for aging. A pass, you'll get just a penalty for aging, and a raise, you get no penalty. So Aurora at the moment's fine, Marcus is fine, and the rest of you are just going to suffer the effects of aging, which is basically to lower strength and agility die by 1. Amina will get 2, so you probably want to Benny that. Amina.
Yeah.
So, unless anyone wants to Benny in the hope of getting it can't go below 4 for you. Yeah.
That's physically impossible, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you just stay where you are. After a point, with aging, you do start making vigor rolls against death. But I think you're all actually quite young characters, aren't you? Actually,
26, I think.
I'm only 16, so I'm the youngest.
32.
Yeah. I think
31.
it appears that everyone around you is aged by about 20 years. I think actually then for the success on this, because you're all so young, I'm not going to give you a penalty on the success. It will happen later, but not at the moment. You all appear to have aged 20 years anyway. However, some of the crew are not so lucky. You look around onto the deck and you see that Sealman is actually lying on his back. His mouth is opening slowly and shutting slowly, a little like a fish out of water. Oh, the dwarf's fine.
I'm going to try and help him.
Yeah, go for it, Doctor. You rush up to
Is there
him.
anything I can do? Attempt to heal or
You make me a healing check.
Soothe him.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, absolutely. Although this is more of a working out what's up with him type check than actually healing, so I'm just going to guard against spending bennies.
Can I shout? Turn his boat around. Rest of you, press on.
Get the ship turned around, you shout. However, looking up, you see the sails are hanging vertically down, lifeless.
I'm in the rowing boat, but I thought we were in rowing boats.
No, we're still in the ship. We haven't gone on the wrong boat yet.
Oh.
Can I see Mr. Band, the first mate, anywhere?
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the doctor.
Right, let me try.
He seems a bit alright. It'll probably be a spot of indigestion or something he's got.
Well.
You were doing the assist though, weren't you, Aurora? Or were you doing your own role? It makes a massive
he did
difference.
better than he failed. Oh.
How it works, if you're assisting him, each success and raise gives him +1 to his roll. But if you do it yourself, it's your own roll. No.
Yeah, because I mean, if I assist him, he's just going to take all the honour for it, and he clearly doesn't deserve that.
And also,
I'm the doctor.
Yeah, well, you failed.
and
You
also,
don't know that you don't see dice rolling in front of you.
True.
We're on a boat.
True,
I am the doctor.
true. You don't know that. Essentially, what is up with the Steelman is he's rapidly aged about 20 years, which puts him at about 80 odd now. He was an old man to begin with. He appears essentially near death. He's very weak, delirious. It looks like perhaps his heart will give out on him. The doctor, how you want to interpret that is probably up to you, but that's essentially what's happened to Steelman.
He's fine. He's all right. There's nothing wrong with him. He just tripped. I think he's hurt his ankle.
Is Mr. Band anywhere?
Mr. Band is, yes, he's on deck. He a lot of the crew look frankly terrified. You probably think it's a good job you get the morale boost before this. Band is, what's happening? Johan, what's happening? My hands, my face, look at you.
I don't know, man, but you need to get the boat away from this island. This
No,
has to be a boat.
I shout, it's perfectly normal, keep going.
There appears to be no wind in the sails. What method do you have to move this boat without it?
I get to one of the rowing boats and start ordering people, sailors, to launch the rowing boat forward towards the island.
Excellent.
Pray frantically for wind.
Ooh. Okay, Aurora, you started praying to Manan to give you wind. Sorry.
Which one you belch? Yeah.
Oh dear.
You pushed the wrong button on the text speech.
I mean, to think about that for a moment, but I was, however, doing this anyway. Malagaunt, as you get to the edge of the boat, about to send the lifeboat into the water, you notice the water around here looks unusual. Like there's something rising from the deep around the boat itself. It looks like there's some sort of like algae or sort of seaweed type substance, which is sort of like a sticky biological entity, perhaps, which is moulding around the boat, perhaps holding it in place. At that moment, as Aurora's prayers ring out to Manan, the sails do flutter as if they are fighting against something, and do gain some traction in the wind. However, it appears that whatever is around the boat itself is holding it in place.
I suspect something unholy is afoot.
Yes, there appears to be sorcery afoot here. Mr. Band, take the captain below. Have your best men tend to him. Ensure that any other crew that are currently overcome by whatever this effect is, keep them below and rested. The remaining crew who are hale will have to keep the boat in whatever shape we can. I fear that we are committed to this course of action now. Whatever is on that island is responsible. We shall have to travel onwards to gain any opportunity to, well, escape from here.
And get our faces back as well. I mean, what am I going to do?
And he'll basically, while Mr. Band is giving out orders, Johan will essentially give hopefully a reassuring speech to the remaining crew to try and calm them down and get them to follow Mr. Band's orders and ensure them that the captain will be fine.
Do you know what I forgot, by the way?
It's a 6.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
It's good.
You've got a vigor thing on your character.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I forgot about your aura of vigor.
Oh, it's shake and recovery roll, I think, isn't it? Or is he button?
Oh,
Yeah, that's on the to recover from being. It's your soak
Shaken.
rolls, I think, or one or the other. It's part of the command thing. Let me just double check it. I'll tell you. +1 to spirit rolls to recover from being shaken.
Okay.
So, you are cutting the lifeboats free, and you're sailing to the island. That's the general plan, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure
Seems
they're
to
not
be a plan.
death boats?
Pardon?
Are you sure they're not death boats? I said.
What's a death boat, Aurora?
Oh, I said that out of character.
Okay.
Out of character, what's a death boat?
The boat of death.
I've got a lot of framed days now. I don't know. It's probably
What
a
do you
sort
get
of
the best
thing
for
that, like, the Morites would know something about. Like it takes you across the river to the realms.
Oh, okay, that boat, yeah. Good.
I see no ferryman. I will not give him coins this day.
Amina was indeed right when she said that it reminds her of old tales from Araby. She has indeed heard in her youth there is a tale about certain evil powers which suck the life out of the body of those around them. Usually evil necromantic sorcerer is behind it, and the tales that can age people and wither them around him.
Oh, well, does that mean that we might perhaps find some sort of magic lamp and use it to restore our... Or is that a new
That
tale?
would be lovely.
Well, I refuse to age before my time, so we have to forge forwards.
It looks like this is the origin of the zombie harpies.
There is certainly some foul energy at work within this area.
Well, can we hurry up because I'm not getting any younger.
Very good, Marcus, very good. And head to the boat.
Okay, you head to the boat and drop into the boat, and you begin rowing. There is a really green, horrible algae-like thing in the water, which sort of sticks to the oars, and it makes the water really gloopy. Luckily, the lifeboat doesn't sit that low in the water, so it is fairly easy. Well, it's easier to move, it's possible to move it, whereas the ship itself sitting deep appears quite encased within the stuff, and with the winds not being very strong at the moment, it looks like it'd be difficult to move her. Rowing checks, please.
Oh, that's the one skill I haven't got.
It's the people with the highest strength,
I doubt
possibly.
Aurora would be after row. I'm not rowing.
Sorry, what happened there? Someone came in as she was talking.
Rowing check.
Rowing
Okay,
check,
I'll
you
do.
can
Me and Manfred will do it. I don't think his name is Manfred, but we're the two strongest people.
Okay.
I don't know what Amina's strength is. Can't remember.
It's 6.
It's probably
Nope.
more agility issue.
I
Yeah.
have to get the party sheet to get the other guy because
What?
Yeah, Manfred is his name. And he has a strength of D8.
is he actually stronger than?
You do well, even with. Okay, it's good. It's a success. Those it just takes longer. Basically, the failure on this check for you is really how long it takes you. You will get there eventually, but it's just really quite tough work. So is it just Marcus and Manfred who are rowing?
I guess the rest of us could row, but I mean, we haven't got any.
Does anyone else want to help us row? That's the question.
It's just
Nope.
going to speed you up, basically.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, if it speeds things up,
However, it
Well,
will be
that probably
quite
helps.
tiring. Okay, those of you that did the rowing, if you could make me a vigour check, please. This is to avoid fatigue from battling
Nope.
through the...
still got my +2. I keep forgetting to put on that.
Okay, you're fine. So you're fine, Aurora.
What am I doing? Vigor roll, you say? Right.
Yep.
Vigour, yeah, just for your rowing.
Oh yeah, you came to that.
Muscles bulging out of Marcus, the head of security.
All that cardio.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
hopefully,
Manfred, on the other hand, well, actually
his
did the work
toes
with the success.
breaking.
Which is why
Not
Marcus is fine.
objectifying Marcus. I mean, Aurora.
Didn't actually realise my strength was so low. Wow,
You have to deal with that.
I know.
I think I've got a little boat somewhere. Sure, I'll put a little boat in here. Oh, that's a big boat.
May have put it under boat.
Thought the island would be bigger.
It's actually quite big. This, oh no, it's not. Scale. What we're seeing as squares is actually the
What actually
Okay.
happens if you fail your vigor roll, by the way? Because
probably get a level of fatigue.
Correct.
he doesn't have it under his stats. Maybe
Fatigue.
NPCs don't get fatigue.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't think it's on the sheet, but it's on the initiative tracker, the combat tracker.
Oh, okay.
So I'll, has he failed, has he? Yeah, I'll give him a point of fatigue.
Yeah, I can't benny him, so there, because I don't have that thing. It lets you benny other people.
I think someone's buying it though, aren't they? I think somebody was heading that way.
Doctor's already got it.
Oh, common bond, yeah, of course, yeah. Brilliant. And I think I need to add some crew onto you, do I, at this point? Is it just the Marines that are with you?
It's just the Marines.
Is Marcus commanding his Marines, or are you spreading them around?
I think I trust myself more of the Marines than I trust the other people who killed the 3 of them.
Do you have them on your sheet as allies, actually?
No, I've just got the sheets opened.
I'll put them on as allies because it means you can move them on the combat tracker and the like, seeing as they are permanently your mates. That's
I get allies, I get allies. Yeah.
It does mean, however, I've just noticed that it's dragged them off the party sheet and onto your character, which is fine, but don't delete them from your character, Marcus. We'll have to put them back on
I
if
will
need be.
not delete it. I will not delete these ones.
Well, we can always put them back, but
Till we've killed them, of course.
there we go.
Shh. Closing that map down because I'm no longer on the ship.
Getting rid of the King of Hearts for whatever that useful vision the Doctor had was.
Nobody
We all,
knows.
that we all get to see whenever we look via the playback.
Oh no. You should all be respectful and not watch that.
So, are we docked where that wee rowing boat has landed? With no way up.
Oh, well, you can sort of land the rowing boat where you want, but that's kind of the area that you come in. So you can actually manoeuvre the boat if you prefer to a different.
Yeah, we don't know how high that cliff is yet, so.
It's not massively high. It's about sort of 6 foot. You know, it varies in height, but it's around about 6 foot, and you can clamber up it if you wish.
A beachhead looks the only safe place to
Yeah, I think the beach is probably the best one.
Oh, what about that
Rocks.
cave right beside where the boat is at the minute?
Is that a
Well,
cave? I suppose it does look like a cave.
Doesn't it look like all rocks though up front of it? On the floor.
I don't know.
Looks very rocky.
That might just be the shadow effect, the left-hand side of stuff.
It is indeed a shadow effect. But
No cave.
it does though. Well, it is a little. I suppose it is a cave. It just doesn't go very far back. It goes back 4 or 5 feet maybe. So you could huddle in it for protection against the elements or whatever. But it's not something you could really search. It's just a little.
Okay. Well, let's land somewhere that we can actually get up then. So where do we?
It looks all the same. I think it's all the same. Stick to the beach. It's only about 6 foot up. So.
Okay, we'll do that then. To the beach.
Because we can drag the boat up onto the sand then as well and moor it, and we don't want to lose the thing.
Oh, when the water comes up.
As
Near water.
As you're on the rowing boat making your way across there, Malagorn tells you a cheery story about why you got here. Actually, he can kind of tell it you, but I'll tell Malagorn kind of what he knows, and he can tell you what he wants of that. So don't assume what I'm saying here is what Malagorn said. In truth, he doesn't know a great deal, apart from the fact that the wizard Ibn Ghazi was in Araby and Southlands area. He was renowned thousands of years ago to be a mage of great power that rivaled even the elves for mystical knowledge and power. It was little known as what become of him. Some say he went mad from the power that he gained through his studies, and he said that he wanted to keep the knowledge secret so that others wouldn't also go insane and fall to his lonely fate, and he disappeared. There's rumours as to where he went to. It said that he bought or constructed a tower and lived the rest of his life in solitude away from others. One text suggests that he raised a tower in the Dragon's Moor area here, and in fact most of the Dragon's Moor was created by his arcane magic. However, a lot of the text on this pointed at the tower, the location of his library and his home, to be on a large island. It gave various descriptions of the island, and it was part of one description. It said that the tower was on a large island. However, Malagorn, in his studies, realised that it could well have been a mistranslation from the original Arabic. I think it's Arabic in Warhammer, not sure. Southlander, can't remember now. But he thinks it was a mistranslation. It was actually a small island, and looking on the map, the previous maps of expeditions, and there have been some, many of them never returned to the area, he felt that this small lonely island could in fact be the location of the wizard's tower. That's it. What do you want to tell him of that though, Malagorn?
Yeah, I'll tell them all that.
Okay.
So, are you saying that this mage might be on this island?
Is he going to still be alive?
Oh, I doubt it.
It's an ancient tale. You did say that he lived out the rest of his life in seclusion.
But if
Yes,
nobody
I did.
knows, then the mage that powerful. Do we really want to come on this island?
Well, if we want the ship to be able to move, I suspect we have no option.
Do we see the tower?
You do not. The only thing on here though are some ruins, certainly man-made, and it looked like it was perhaps quite impressive in its day before it was ruined. There were sort of large pillars and big tablets and the like you can see lying around with runes and inscriptions on them, but at the moment you're just on the boat, kind of on the beach, so you'd have to get closer to inspect them.
Okay. Johan will out of the boat, grab the rope, and just clamber up and start attaching the rope around the bowl of the tree to the north. Just attaching it so the boat is secure.
Yeah, there's actually some trees on here, so you do manage
So
to secure the boat.
Scramble up there and tie it off up there.
Okay, you don't really need a climb roll to get up there. It's about 6 foot, and you can, providing you're not in any hurry being chased by anything horrible, you can clamber up okay.
Not yet.
Do I recognise the shape of this island at all?
You do not. No, sorry. Your tale is
Looks
yet
a
to
little
be
bit-
told.
Looks a little bit disappointed
Triangular.
again. Because he put something back inside
Understood.
his chest
Yep,
pocket.
understood.
Always worth
Yep.
checking.
Right.
So shall we ensure we stick together and let's see if we can't scour this ruin to within an inch of its worth.
You scramble up onto the island, and it looks similar in a way to the shipwreck island you were on before. A lot of the plant life and botanical things on here are either really hardy or things that look quite sort of dead and withered. It looks like things are really struggling to be alive on this island. There's no sound of gulls or any of the usual maritime nature that you'd expect.
Malagorn eagerly rushes forward and begins to inspect the ground and the ruins and everything.
Okay.
I climb up the rope.
Just in case for later reference, Carl.
Okay, noted.
I suppose none of us actually have magical powers at this point. So, like, a magical sight type thing wouldn't be out of the question, right?
Not that you've seen.
What was lucky? Is that the shovel?
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy,
When I see you do that, I goes, we may need that, Doctor.
Not what it's meant for, though, is it? Right.
Morning.
Nothing.
Okay, first of all then it's notice rolls around the island to
Search.
search.
Or was it
Perception.
Perception.
Sorry, yes.
Wonder why. I wonder why I didn't have a very good.
I'll even ask everyone to roll just
I
like a
keep
flood of
rolling
dice.
natural one. Crying out loud. It's not a crit though.
Holy moly! 21! Yay!
Oh grief, you're all feeling very perceptive. And some of you are actually just perceptive. Check those dice out, you've got D10s in it and all sorts. Okay, the highest among you, so Malagorn, the Doctor and Amina, you exploring the island, it looks like it was indeed the site. There was a time when this island was larger. It looks like it's been eroded over the ages. It does look like the base of the floor here is tiled. It looks like there was a large building here at some point with large, rather magnificent pillars. You don't find any like lower level or anything like that to it. However, you do find a series of there's a lot of markings around here which have got runes and inscriptions in various languages. Some of them look arcane, some of them definitely look is it Arabic, the Warhammer Arabic language? Southland's language, I forget. It's the southern language anyway.
Ooh.
On here, so it would appear that someone from that exotic location did come here, which fits into what your research is, Malagorn. And you'll perhaps feel that your heart skip a beat and perhaps get a little faster, that you might indeed have found the resting pace of the of the wizard Ibn Ghazi. You find various runes and some tablets here. Some of them are broken up, and you think probably with some work, and you see some of them are buried, that you'll probably need to dig up some of them, and you might be able to... Ooh, search now for treasure fallen foe. Who did that? God damn it.
Amina did.
Well done. Everything that can be found. Okay, so I'm going to cut that then. I was going to have a bit which kind of slows you down a bit, where you were going to have to dig and find the fragments, but you managed to quite quickly locate a lot of the fragments that Malagaunt's after. Malagaunt will be, I need another piece, so you'll be trying to put together a large jigsaw puzzle, if you like, a tablet with various writings upon them. Malagaunt, however, we're going to need some knowledge from you. We want, because it's a magical inscription, an arcane knowledge of magic.
Malagaunt, before you roll, you might want this. I'm going to pass you a card.
Oops.
That might be helpful for you.
Oh wow!
That sounds be a good card.
I think we'll save that.
I
I think
can't save it.
there'll be more to find, right?
Okay, but you can't save it beyond today. I mean,
No, I know. But I'll give you something in return. I doubt that'll be useful.
I might save you lot. You adopt me. That'd be brilliant. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I might save this. So does 5 get any?
Well, at the moment, you think it'll take you a while. It'll be a bit of a drawn-out process for you to decipher a lot of the things. You'll probably need to reference some of your books, bring some of the books over, or take some of the tablets over to the ship and the like.
Malagaunt, do you think this is anything to do with the sorcery that is currently overtaking us and the vessel?
I shouldn't like to speculate. It's possible.
I'm just asking because obviously it is, but we don't know if this will progress any further. So perhaps getting things done quicker rather than more cautious would be advisable at this point.
I'm working as quickly as I can.
Just ask.
I've moved you all there. You can place yourselves wherever you want while Malagaunt is studying.
I don't see anything to guard against, so I'll just stand over here beside a pillar. No, look calm and collected.
Can I try to read it?
Oh yeah, there's basically a mix of languages here. You can indeed read some of the things here. You'll find there's various warning things written. All souls lost who venture here, be gone from this place. This is not for you, and those kind of messages you will find written in very old archaic language, ye olde English or whatever version of your language.
What does it say, Amina?
It speaks of warning.
Well, there aren't exactly any places for us to go.
Could I have a perception check from you all, please?
Some people are more perceptive than others, it seems.
Explodey dice.
Oh my god.
Haven't had a single explodey dice yet. Well, apart from one early when I finally got my toughness down.
I'm going to give your Marines their own little token, I think, because they come out a lot, don't they? And they all need their own little pictures. We'll find little pictures for them so that we can tell them apart, so they're not just all Zeds on the map.
Make Bamfred look brawny. Make Harold look like he's a agile, and make Mr. Z look like Stegmar look like he's an archer, because that's what they're going to be.
Baden's appeared on the map.
Well, they didn't.
Baden's.
They didn't appear on the map. You can't wait. I don't see. I did see that.
And the only person that didn't is Mr. My nose is in a tablet.
Which is quite fitting. Malagorn, this is the most interesting thing in the whole world that you've ever seen. It seems like it's the fragments of some sort of spell, like a conjuration spell or something to do with reality and time. Fascinating stuff. Meanwhile, the rest of you notice that First of all, you'll hear the sound of a splosh in the water, the sound of the waves sort of breaking, being parted. Then you'll hear the sound of a sort of a dragging sound, and you'll look round, and around the island, out of the sea, there appear look like they were once mariners, though now claimed to some dark realm of the dead. They are dripping with seaweed, their eye sockets are empty, their blades are rusty. They don't look friendly. Thank you, guys. I thought it was, it just wasn't certain. Dr. Lothar, as these drowned men appear, you are the first to react. Quite a ways away from you at the moment.
Yes. And these are. So how big are these like ruins and whatnot? Can you hide behind them and use them as cover and stuff?
Certainly, yes. All these bits here, some of them are sort of 6 foot tall. It looks like whatever building was here before was big and impressive. Yes, you can certainly hide, and there's plenty of bushes and snarly trees and things to hide behind. Yeah.
But do they act like they've seen us?
They certainly do look like they've seen you. They look like they're moving purposefully.
And they don't look friendly.
No. Drowned men with no eyes heading towards you with purpose. Yeah, they just want to talk to you about, like,
Did you get my whisper?
encyclopedia.
It's going.
I did, yes, and sorry you don't. You don't at this moment.
Right. At this moment, great. I will call out. The dead are walking.
Well, it's better than running.
And actually, walking, crawling, walking, coming.
They're walking, shambling is probably the word. They have a coldness to them. There's a power to them. They don't look like trifling creatures.
Dead are coming, perhaps. And I will attempt to shoot one with my crossbow whilst getting behind cover, or perhaps getting behind the soldiers.
Sure.
Go about there. Can you use it as cover? I don't know how this.
You can use it as cover, yes.
Yep. So I'll attempt to shoot. Can I see both of them, or is one of them sort of like coming up the bank?
No, you can see both of them.
Yeah, we'll bend you.
That was about wrong.
2 6s still only give you an 8. I've got an eraser, of course. So rolled
Brilliant shot.
kill. Yes. 12. Shaken. Oh,
You said they looked tough.
I did say
I
they
think you're
looked
going to have to
tough.
coordinate on these guys.
The arrow sticks into it, and it into his chest. It staggers back a little bit. Looks like you've slowed it down.
Yeah, now you want the dwarf. Yeah.
Yes. Where's the dwarf?
Just get back. Maybe put the dwarf in a cannon, shoot him at them, and then wait for him to.
He probably wouldn't mind.
We need a dwarf cannon.
Do. If you're done there, Doctor, if you want to end your turn.
You want a dwarf combat steamroller out of Blood Bowl?
sorry, yeah.
If you want to end your turn, if you're done on the combat tracker.
Click the little button.
Thank you.
There you go.
Sorry, yep.
Right. Amina, you're up. Oh no, Kerry's gone.
Where'd he go?
We've lost him. I don't know. He's
Oh, he's still here.
Oh, it's probably just a blip.
Alright. Is there a possibility to get ready so when
Hold your
someone-
turn, basically.
Yeah, I hold my hold.
Okay, yeah.
Grrr, bloody undead.
Drown.
Can't do anything now, can he?
So the thing on undead, Shaken's pretty much useless because they're probably going to be hardy as well, which means another Shaken doesn't wound them either. So they're only worth it. We need wounds on them.
Alright. Once you start hurting him, then you can start belittling my.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm
attacks.
just thinking tactics. I'm thinking
No,
tactics.
no, don't worry.
Oh no, he was belittling you. I heard it too. So.
Yeah. I haven't seen you hurt any of them.
Haven't tried yet. Well, they don't move much.
He was the shaken one.
But his status was removed.
So he can't do anything, can he, other than move a little bit. He doesn't
So
get full.
they're quite slow then.
That one moved 6.
Can't you charge in now? Do another 6. Oh no.
Or maybe 5.
You
Malik
hear,
wants back.
you hear someone's brain working again ever since he got that nice sleep.
It does appear some of the undergrowth and things are slowing some of them a little bit there. The others, they were, yeah. Okay, so I think that's all of them. Just check I've not forgotten anybody. Oh! Sorry,
you skipped Marcus, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I was getting carried away. You're
He's
up.
probably going to move the Marines first anyway.
Someone was getting excited. Let's just check.
You can do this in whatever order you wish.
I'm actually thinking. Okay, I will do.
Sorry.
Someone just let off something there.
Special
away,
effects
get away.
kicking off.
I just got attacked by a fly. I'm going to move Harold down to this guy. And let's attack this guy.
Couldn't you shoot them?
No.
That's probably a good thing to
Because,
do before you.
Don't forget your guys do have black powder weaponry for some point. I know why you're ganging up because I think ganging up on one and taking that one down and then the next one and the next one's actually a reasonably good tactic for your group.
There's too much reasoning going on in this conversation. I don't reason. Just act.
Johan has the command edge. This is the sort of stuff that's actually coming out of his mouth while we're fighting.
Oh, good point. I'll put your edge on.
He missed.
everybody.
He missed.
What does that command edge do?
+1 to soak rolls. You're inspired to fight on,
Oh,
despite
soak.
your rolls to recover. No, to
Nice.
soak rolls to recover. Spirit rolls to recover from being shaken.
Oh, okay.
Manfred comes down. Okay, Manfred's going to risk a headshot. Oh, wait a minute.
Can you move one at a time and then hit, or
Hard to see the squares in this damn picture, by the way.
Yeah, it's the zombie's fault because he's half off anyway.
Sorry, let's move him. That better?
Okay. Yep. I'm doing a headshot thing, so I can't remember
Minus
what
4.
it is. Hold head. There we go. 1, 2, 2.
Damn it, I give the drowned man command.
Bonus. I hope I'm on this right character, because otherwise these dice rolls aren't going to work.
Okay, which character should you be on?
Manfred.
There you go.
Okay.
Sadly, you can't move one, you move them all and then attack with them all. You've got to do one at a time. To answer Gaz's question.
Sorry?
Does Harold not have an attack?
Harold missed.
Oh, right, he's already attacked.
He missed. Oh, how many headshots did I go there? Oh god, that was a lot.
Yeah, you doubled up on your headshot. And the ganging up to opponents.
Oh, okay, so basically, so that was
So it
me.
should be +2 on that. Oh, yeah, so -2 overall.
Yeah, you still failed.
Okay. Who's next?
Oh, -3.
Yeah, it's -3 overall.
-3 overall, yeah.
Who's next?
I'm going to be Marcus. And Marcus will just do an ordinary attack.
Not bad. You should have done the other one.
Sorry,
I forgot to add the, but it doesn't matter, I forgot to add the +2.
Nice.
Yes, yes. 2 wounds.
Damn you.
Are they really tough?
Oh, let's put him down.
Oh, that's fit him
Use your
down.
buddies, use your buddies, waste them.
Say they bleed. That means they can be killed.
Okay, and I will use the last guy, because this is actually Sigmar, the guy I want to be ranged, which is handy. He will use his rifle, which I've never done before, by the way.
Does he get any negative? Oh no, he's not.
It's called a musketoon, is it? Musketoon? Missed. Whoa.
Who are you shooting at? Is it medium range?
The drowned man.
Which
Number
one?
4.
One's 4
Number
away.
4.
4's medium range for a musketoon?
Did you drag it on and drop the dice onto it?
Drop the dice on him, yes.
Yeah, no, that should be a 5.
Though, you're Marcus, though.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
you need to change the character to be him.
Yeah, Scale, that should be a 5. It shouldn't have been a medium range, it should have been at short range.
Sure, it's a hit. Drop it on him.
Yeah, this is Sigmar fighting, by the way, so...
That's right.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Marcus
probably needs-
Marcus is at medium range, but Sigmar's not.
That's it. Yeah, that's probably why
Grr.
Didn't hurt him.
it yeah, hits him, but doesn't appear to slow him. Should be able to end the turn on him now if you want. It should work.
Yeah,
for you
I was
and
thinking. I will start thinking when my turn's in.
Steady as you go, gentlemen. Mark your targets. And I'm moving into the middle to ensure that the Marines and everyone still get my recovery bonus. You were more than 5 inches away, which is my command radius these days.
Good call.
So I am going to shoot at the closest one, which is Drown Man number 4. Everything counts here. I'm going to use my Benny to reroll. Which was worth it, because it turned into a hit. Still unharmed though. Arrows bouncing off the damn things.
Malagon.
I feel Malagon will be obsessively be studying. Can I control some mook?
Yeah.
Can I control a sailor?
The only sailors you've got with you are the Marines. If
I don't know. I'm happy just to study, but if anyone wants me to play,
Do smart trick or something.
You can do smart tricks.
well,
Yeah, because you studied.
But I can give you-
You probably
I
know
can-
their weakness, maybe.
actually, in either case, Malagorn, you failed your perception, didn't you? I think.
yeah,
So
yeah.
So
So
this,
he doesn't get.
yeah, I think you missed this round then. Sorry. Anyway, which kind of fits with what you want.
Okay.
Next round may be different though.
Yeah. Okay. So which one are we going to be focusing on here?
Well, Johan was firing at number 4 because that's the closest one with a clear line of sight.
Yeah, smart tricks don't really they don't help with range attacks, though, do they?
Well, I think what can you do with it? Is it you to make them shaken, Skell, or is one of them you can? Is there something you can do to? What are the options?
Well, with the smarts trick, to shake them, you need to beat their smarts by with a raise. They probably aren't that clever.
Yeah, you got to think they're surely not that bright, that smart.
If they'll get a -2 to parry if you just beat them, which is great because it'll affect everybody else. If you beat them by raise, they're shaken as well, which is doubly good. It slows them down and all sorts.
Yeah, right. I think I'll do. So these are sort of maritime things as well as undead, so they're probably abominations to Manan as well.
I'd say so.
So you probably like make a yell out a litany of, I don't know, against his enemies. And
Brilliant.
so I just target do a smarts roll.
Yeah, sadly though, you have to target one of them with a smarts roll. Don't know which one you want to do.
Right.
That one? Oh, yeah, sorry, you didn't need to. Well. Well, I think in either case he's going to. I didn't mean you didn't have to physically target it. Just let me know which one you want me to
Alright.
apply it to. It's fine. The drowned man. Now, how this works is you're setting his target number. So this is the roll. I've got a roll with the drowned man to avoid being shaken and affected or whatever. So at the moment, I'll be kind and we'll take the second roll of being a 20. So I've got to roll 20 on my smarts at the moment to not be affected. So you probably don't want to need to Benny that, but you could. So are you happy with your 20?
Yeah. I mean, can't really expect.
Did you say they get -2 as well?
You've got to watch me. I'm a meanie with things. Are you sure you want? Do you want to spend a penny on that with a 20? Yeah, well, very little chance. So this guy here, you'll manage to distract the beast. He is, because he's distracted by your antics, he gets the tricked condition. This will last until. Yeah, that's the right one. He's also shaken. So he's well distracted. It means that anyone hitting him hand to hand's essentially got +2. So everyone else. So tricks are ace actually because effectively you're giving the rest of your party +2 to hit it. Which is
I think that's the alert for Amina to leap into action. I think.
Yes,
oh,
that's what I was waiting for.
excellent. Yeah, that's really good teamwork there, guys. So I'll bring Amina off hold, and you're up.
Okay, I jump in on that one.
Remember, you can move both before and after your attack. So.
Yeah.
Does he have a weapon in hand?
He does.
He said he had a rusty weapon.
Rusty cutlasses.
Okay, that 1 or 2.
Now you could, because you know they're quite tough. These you could aim for the head if you wanted.
Because I'm asking of my new Florentine Edge that gives you +1 to fighting rolls.
Yeah, you will get that against him, so you'll have a +1. He's
And
also
another,
his,
and
his
another +2, right?
no, sorry, I've calculated that in on his parry.
Oh, okay.
However, well, an option you can do is a headshot, which means you'll do more damage against him potentially. It's up to you whether you want to go for it though.
Okay. How are I gonna do that?
Okay, if you want to do a headshot, it's -4 to hit, but if you do hit, it's +4 damage.
Okay, so it's actually a -3 because I got the +1 from my sword fighting, right?
Correct.
And here comes the first scimitar. That's miss.
You could spend a penny.
And then there's the second scimitar.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Then yeah.
Oh, the second one's a
Which
hit.
is a hit
So this
Third.
one is at +4 damage.
+4 damage. Come on, come on, come
Oh!
Yes.
Nice.
on. Bam! 20.
Do you want to describe how you kill him?
I run over and slice with my scimitar, but I miss him for whatever reason. Perhaps I stumbled. But then I come around with the second one and I slice his head off.
A clean decapitation.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Then I use the yeah. While I'm in motion, I stay in motion and I move back towards yeah, our guys, and we form a line of defense.
Very good. Really good move, Amina.
You moved that far though.
Yeah, 3 and 3. You've got a move of 6, haven't you? Pace of 6.
Pace of 6.
Next round. Now, on their turn, those trick conditions will go off the drowned man. Or the drowned man, number 4.
Who's
he's
already dead.
He's dead,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah.
It was used, don't worry, it's been used.
Yeah, fair enough. I was just trying to make you aware really of how long it lasts. So, but anyway, Doctor, you're up.
Ooh, you can.
You can try a headshot with the crossbow. You've got quite a few bennies there, and
Yeah.
it is getting
What
late.
does it take to load the crossbow?
Yep. Sorry?
The crossbow, how long does it take to reload the crossbow? Because it takes 2 full turns to reload the musket.
1 action to reload.
So it'd be -2 if you want to fire it in the same round.
So it'd be -2 and a -4.
Yeah, you'd be at -6 if you want to go for the headshot, or you could just snap fire and hope you roll really high on the damage.
What about if I got a cleaver out and went for his head?
You can do that also.
A cleaner out.
Although you, switching weapons, you'll be at -2 unless you've got the quick draw edge for drawing.
Okay. We will.
I don't think you're going to get... Cover's not going to help when they get close, because they're going to be in melee.
Yeah, you will have no hand weapon to parry.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going to swap then.
If they hit you and you've got no hand weapon to parry with, it gives them +2 to hit you.
And I'm going to swap my weapon out
Ace.
and go wild attack.
Oh, okay. That'll cancel out
'Cause-
the... Yeah.
Yep, that's all I ever do is wild attack, so I'm going to have to and charge in like a mad doctor.
Ace, it is a risky manoeuvre, the wild attack. You really want to put down whatever you hit. So you kind of want to make sure he goes down.
You want to at least make him shaken, at least then you can move back again.
2. Do I go head as well?
Well, you've got a
Well, you're getting the +2 from wild attack already.
Yeah, you've got a -2 on there for your multiple action.
So that's normal. I need a. What do I need to hit?
The
just
parry's
a
been a
left
5.
5 to 6. I need a 5 to hit. Whoa. With my bennies. I might just risk it.
hand. Quite a lot of bennies, yeah.
Let's go for a headshot. Can you put that on?
Okay, well,
Or do I put that on?
yeah, you'll need to do it on your modifiers. So it'll be a -6 modifier in total. and then you'll the +2 for the wild attack's automatic. So
Hey, let's see how badly this goes.
good luck. It's always worth trying the audacious.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Benny it.
You
Oh.
used your crossbow. You used the wrong weapon.
Yeah.
Did I?
You do.
Oh, there you go. I don't need to bend it then.
Yeah, you can have another go.
Try again.
Because it's different dice entirely, isn't it?
It is. It is. Look, you see, different dice. Yay!
Hold on.
Oh, I didn't put my -6 on.
But it should have
So
been
it's,
a
so it's
minus.
5.
Yeah,
So it's a 5.
So it's a hit.
still hits, just no raise.
So if
But it's a headshot.
yeah, okay. So if you know where the modifier box is on the bottom left, the
Yeah.
damage die should be lit up. If you click it so it's greyed out, that'll remove the raise.
Yeah.
But you want to put +4 in your modifier for your headshot, and then do the damage. Good luck.
Come on.
Oh.
Nice.
Yay, I got a wound.
With one wound though, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to be a
Oh.
big fat meanie, aren't I?
No.
Because I've got legs.
6
What?
pennies.
Oh,
There's 6 people.
I get rid of
6
one.
of
Oh,
us,
6
yeah.
of us. Of course.
Yeah, she gave yourself 7. Just yeah, use 2.
You've used 3 bennies there.
2.
I used 2 because I drew one extra one by mistake. Okay,
Oh,
but
11.
he manages to soak your wound. He resists it, I'm afraid. Sorry.
But is he shaking now, though?
He's not because
No, because if you remove it with a Benny, you get rid of the shaken.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
damn you.
It's okay. We didn't like
Yo,
it.
and he's yelling, "Doctor, get back over here!"
No, yeah, okay. I can't. My turn's over. Unfortunately, I've already pressed the button.
And your turn.
Have it.
Damn it.
Malagorn, you certainly can hear all the sounds of screaming and the like around you. It's up to you what you want to do, though, mate.
Yeah, but these runes are really interesting.
Fascinating. They are really fascinating.
So I'm going to study them some more.
You really should have played that card I gave you, then you could be joining in. Save it till the end of the game. You know,
Has he got a special card that makes him good or something?
Have you?
Okay, but I don't think it changes the amount of time it takes, but I'll play it.
Oh, that might be useful. I can tell you about the monster. Let's have a look, see if there's any information I can give you about the drowned man.
I think he's using it more to solve the puzzle of the spell. I thought that was what he was using it for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only the research bit.
Oh, that's what you're using it for, Kerry.
Yeah, but other than that, there's this problem that's been causing you to stay awake at night the last 3 weeks. And oh, that's what it was. 12. Yeah. Oh, well,
You will decipher the things, but just not at this moment, I think, just because it'll be a bit weird. So I will give it to you, but just not at this moment.
I have not.
maybe you realise I know what that is. I need some time to work it out, but I don't need to be reading it.
I'm perfectly fine with Mulligan B's weird, just to let you know.
But you can do something else, though, Malagorn, if you wish.
Come on, I mean, you've gotten us into this mess, so you better do yours to try to get us out.
Everyone's glaring at you.
Throw some at him, anything. Throw a shoe at him.
I've got to give you a gentle, poke with my...
Sorry, my map went away when I exited. So, okay, can I do a trick on the nearest?
Right, there you are. You can indeed. Is it going to be a smarts trick? Or a taunt, or you're good at those? You're very good at smart tricks, I think. Ooh, what's going on? Taunt. Okay. You'll be making a lot of noise, I guess, really, to kind of attract the drowned man to you. Not sure that's the effect you wanted, but you've got a 13 there. Are you happy about that? It goes,
Yeah.
Taunt goes
Okay.
against their smarts.
If it's a raise, it means you're going to be shaken. Oh.
It was number 2 that you wanted to do that against, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so he's you'll see him. He will turn to you. You'll perhaps say something to him in Arabic, which he some curse towards him. He appears to kind of acknowledge what you say. He turns angrily towards you and starts shambling your way. However, you also, because of that, gain +2 against any next action you take against that drowned man. So you just need to make a note. Oh, I'll put it on your character actually. Against.
That's only him, isn't it? That one. The other one's
Yeah.
for us.
So yeah, it's just you in this occasion. But it's good because you can start that with trick, so you could trick it for the -2, then get +2 off the taunt or whatnot. Anyway, would you like to move or anything there, Malagorns?
I would like to return my attention to the my studies.
Okay, so you look up, tell him, shut up, stop making all this noise, I'm trying to study. And, yeah. Okay, if you want to end your turn. It's a little down arrow on the combat tracker if you... Thank you.
Okay. For Sigmar's turn, he's basically going to take 2 actions. Okay, and it's going to be reload. So, because it takes 2 actions to reload. So that's why I laughed earlier. That's all he's going to do is just spend the 2 actions to reload. So the -2 doesn't matter.
But I think when you're doing that, you need to make an agility roll, and if you fail, you don't do either. You can try it, but it's just yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. So Marcus will try, but fumble around a bit. Oh, get savage. Okay. You
Okay.
Get common bond.
I took the natural leader,
Oh. Yeah.
and I'm spending a Benny on for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can have any edge, even the legendary edges you can pick with that card. It's really powerful. I'm a bit freaked out you both got it. There must be something wrong with my deck, but it's fine. Okay. So he reloads. Well done.
Okay. Yeah. Because we cannot hold our actions. Okay, these guys are. I'm going to do with. Right, this guy's alone first, so this is. Harold! You friggin' use that weapon. Right, Manfred, go over there now. You help him out. I hear things. Oh, right, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna have to go over.
Can you reach, actually?
Okay, I'm gonna have to do a multi-action because I can't reach.
Okay. Are you going to wild attack?
No, I'm doing multi-action because I can't. I have to do a run.
Okay, sure. I think you only need to move an extra 1, don't you? So.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to find where the run.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about rolling it because you only need roll a 1. Yeah, that's it.
What I got there?
Well, you can go right round him, I guess, if you want.
I want to spin circles around him and go, I'm going to get you, yes. Right, okay,
Not
I've
me,
got,
if you want.
got a -2. Dev, can you put wild attack on me, because it'll cancel out the thing, and then I'll do a head.
Okay.
There we go. And where is it? Oh, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Wow.
Burn them bennies.
Get him. Oh no.
It's still a hit. There was a -2 missing, but it's still a hit.
I think I hadn't done enough damage. I'm sure I did there.
Did 2 wounds?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not very impressed about your 2 wounds, so I'm going to spend a Benny.
I'm impressed.
However, I've got to, and I rolled twice for good luck, but sadly, neither of them do the trick. Well done, Marcus.
You only use one Benny and you do the twice. That means you
Yeah.
have to use another Benny.
I just double clicked it.
Right, guys, that's how you do it. Next time, take lessons, right? And
Keep going down to Amina.
I'm getting team leader next time, guys. Just let you know.
What's team leader do?
I'll not. That's the one I just used, but it's very, very hard to get. I was only. Sorry, it's national leader. Just look it up.
I will do the on hold again.
Okay.
To
In which
interrupt it.
In which case the drowned man go. You can try and interrupt with a agility trick any point you want. This drowned man here leans back, takes a big swing wildly towards the poor doctor.
Just as Gaz gets back.
Perfect timing. Hey, oh,
It's a hit, but the GM's feeling evil because it's nearly Harper's turn. I'm going to Benny that. I'm not happy with just the hit. I want to really rub it in, but I don't.
bring it on.
Thing is, you get healed and he wants to kill you.
Oh, no!
Man, I didn't need the raise, did I? I'm sorry.
We have nothing to protect you with.
You've got quite a lot of bennies though. Oh, wait.
There you go. Lucky break.
Oh, you. Damn it. Oh, I thought I got him.
Same card as last week. Maybe your
You know
card
what
deck
happened?
is
He
less.
probably dinked off the shovel
Yeah, well,
Yes, that you told
that
me to
he
bring.
wouldn't have had on him. Yeah, exactly.
That was a
Maybe-
lucky break. You told me to bring it.
yeah. What happened then? What's your lucky break look like, Doctor?
I think it is this shovel that I happen to have in my other hand
Cool.
that gets in its way. It sort of like hits the shovel.
Okay, there's a shot which is bound straight for your face. It looks like it would have knocked your block off, but lucky the shovel gets in the way, and you get a chip and knock on the shovel, which will serve as a memento of the fight. This guy removes his shaken status, but he can't have an action because of the taunt, and you need a raise to act. So 2, 3, 4, 5. But he does get to
Is
move.
it a full move or only a half move?
Oh, I'll say it's half actually. Yeah. Come on. So he's staggering forward there. Johan, you're up.
Right. Johan is going to take a brief view of the battlefield and then take a couple of steps to his right to ensure that everyone is still. I can probably do with it. No, I'll stay there. and is going to fire at Drowned Man number 2 again with his bow. Still basically not necessarily barking out orders at this point, but just keeping everybody appraised of all of the opponents in the battlefield. That's not bad.
Ooh.
This might actually do some damage. Fingers crossed. No. Because I rolled crap.
Lucky. At least you didn't crit fail.
Nope, I didn't crit fail. 3 times in one evening would have just been bad.
It would.
Right. So.
Apologise briefly to Aurora for using her right shoulder to steady my bow on. No, not really.
Right. So Mina is still on hold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to try to repeat the thing I did. We
Okay.
did.
Good idea. So another
Help me out if you want.
Huh?
It'd be nice if somebody helped me out, you know.
Yeah. Thing is, we haven't had the conversation I thought we were going to have, where you know, you basically lambasted me for trying to do things.
I don't know, you did it though.
Yeah, I know, but I was hoping for the kind of situation where you would be terribly wounded and you would need someone to heal you. And then, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm too good for that.
I will see. Okay, I'm going to trick the one by the doctor then. What? That was wrong. Or was it not? I don't know.
Oh, it's fine. It worked out as an attack, but that's no no worries at all. Well, you've got a 4. He needs to roll a 4 on his smarts to avoid getting.
Yeah, I'm going to Benny that.
Okay.
You
happy with that?
And I'm going to Benny that.
All right.
Just safe. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I need a 9
I'll stick with
now.
that.
That's where he rolls a 1.
So it says Drown Man 0. This is where I get a 4. Come on, 4, 1, 3. No, he's beaten by 4. Well done. So he is now tricked. Oh, he's in all sorts of trouble now because he wild attacked last time, and the trick is cumulative. So his parry's at -4 now, and he's also shaken.
But if go away if he goes first in the next turn.
Fingers crossed. Amina?
Yes, I'm going to jump out towards man 2.
Okay.
Let's do the headshot thing again.
You've do you want wild attack on you or not?
No, it's just -3 due to the +1 from my fighting style.
It's a miss.
Can I Benny this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, let's do it again. Ah, I forgot the -4, which would be a miss, I guess. The -3.
That would be a miss.
Just.
Alright. Then I will Benny that also. -3. Okay. And do the second, I will do a normal attack, which is a hit.
Oh, sad.
Unharmed, and I move back.
Well, if you step away now, it'll get a free attack on you, I'm
Ah,
afraid.
okay. Okay, then
You have got a big old parry
the
though.
other one.
then I just did that.
Okay, you can get an extraction edge, which means you can try and make agility tricks to duck out, and it might be good for the way you're fighting with the character to get extraction. Might be a good and sort of
You
suits
can
your
also get the improved one after it.
suits your dervish type style maybe. Anyway, up to you. Oh, and you go first.
Ha!
For the drone man. Yes. Sorry.
Which
Yeah,
is-
you'll get the whole big bonus when you hit him.
I know. I'm hoping. Can't.
Just keep on smashing.
Just don't do a headshot,
What do you mean? Don't do a headshot.
which is your
Okay.
chance to hit.
But I've got 3 bennies.
Miss, I'm afraid. Are you done?
Plus 3. Wouldn't it make sense to do a headshot? To try and get the plus 4 to damage?
Well, his parry's at -4 now.
So it'd equal that out.
You've also got wild attack on you at the moment. I don't know if you want to leave it on.
So I'd be at plus 2 overall then, with a headshot.
Well, you'd still need put the -4 in the modifiers, but yeah, effectively, and the rest's worked out on the combat tracker.
Do you lot not think that's worth doing to try and get the headshot?
So
Go,
do you-
go. It's your character. It's not
His,
ours.
his parry is significantly reduced, so
You've got a stack of bennies you're sitting on there.
Well, no, go for a headshot.
Okay.
So I need to put minus.
-4 in your modifiers and make the roll. Good luck. Because he's going next. And I'm after you. You got the hit?
I'm gonna benny that.
Try and get a raise. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Don't forget to put the -4 in again.
Oh, yep, I had forgotten. Damn it.
you've still got a plus
I'm
4 on the
I'm
damage. You've got a plus 6 on the overall damage because of your wild card and the wild.
gonna benny one last time. Keep a benny for in case he hits me.
Forget the -4.
That would help. Even worse. Alright, we'll do my hit.
So don't forget to. Well, you've got the wild attack is on you already for the +2, but you're gonna have to add
Sorry.
another +4.
You hit
Fire
for the headshot.
For 1.
Yeah, his parry is appalling at the moment.
Oh, it exploded.
2 wounds. Come on.
I'm going to benny it. I'm going to benny it.
No. What do you need?
8
You get
We need
it.
to get an 8.
You need an 8.
on a D8. No, I don't do
Yeah,
it.
he didn't get an 8.
Yes. Oh, thank God for that.
Per Amelia gets all the attacks.
Sigh of relief.
Now, unfortunately, I think that was the one that you were hanging all of the drowned men off of.
That's
Oh
right.
no, he did do it because he just got rid of the one in the title, so it looked like a blank against the King of Clubs.
Ah, no, yeah. Oh, does it on your bit? Yeah, he's okay.
It doesn't now, but it did a minute ago.
Okay, so this one here will turn and swing out with a rusty cutlass towards Amina.
I got parry +1.
+1 parry. That makes that a miss then. Damn you.
Just.
Just.
Okay, wait, it says in addition, opponents subtract 1 from any gang up. Okay, so it's not a gang up bonus.
Oh, so it is a hit. Let me just check the.
Yeah, it's a hit.
It's a hit. Okay.
Florentine?
Yeah, Florentine doesn't give bonus to parry.
Ooh, 2 wounds. It hit hard, these fellas. Oh, you've not got any bennies, have you? Has anyone got a card that can help him?
Oh, I do.
Have
I
you-
can
can't-
do a benny for him.
You not played 2 already.
Oh, he's got Destiny's
Oh.
Child, I think, hasn't he? Oh.
Oh, is it?
I've got a benny.
Oh, Benny.
Oh.
Okay, I forgot.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot.
What? Can I not use it?
You can. I thought we meant you had a card. That's what.
No, doing that is awesome. If you can give him, might well save his beans. Well done.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I will I will give him a Benny for you. So here is a Benny from the Doctor with love, Amina. You can now hit that soak button on your character and try and soak those 2 wounds. Good luck.
Make it worthwhile.
Get an 8. Get an 8. The bonus from the other guy.
Well done.
Yay! It worked!
Damn you! I keep thinking. Okay.
See, I am a good doctor.
Thank you.
That was really well played.
Yes,
I
Doctor.
prevent wounds. That's what my being a doctor's about.
Yeah, but that's in the whole meta game out of character. So
Doesn't matter. It was well played. It was good.
still good. Still good.
Malagorn, you're up.
See if you can trick that one, and then I can try to get an attack in.
He's going to cast a spell now. You see, he's going to roll and go, Wizard! Kill him.
Trick Drown Man 2.
Remember, you get
He's
a
already
+2 against
tricked
Drow
him,
Man
hasn't he?
2.
Oh no, he's already done something to it.
I'm going to trick him.
Okay. He needs a 13.
He got 15 because he had a +2 to his next thing on him.
I think it's already added it. It's got in the little brackets +2, isn't it? Is that what that is?
Oh no, that's a in wet. However, I'll leave your +2 on, so you still got +2 against this guy, against Drown Man. Yep, and he's shaking. Very
I
good.
thought these tricks helped other people.
They all do apart from taunt. The smarts trick and agility trick lowers the parry. Taunt and intimidate gives you a bonus to hit, and you can combine them. So you could have, tricked and bonus from taunt. Slightly different.
Taunted.
Right?
So your tricks basically give it 2 less parry for us, so that's good.
Yeah, because
Well,
even
did you do
the
that?
shaken still had an impact.
No,
Yeah.
he taunted it, hasn't he? Not tricked it.
Shaken's good because he needs roll an 8 on his vigor, or he can't attack. So that's ace.
Yeah, but could you still do the taunt? I mean, the trick.
Probably just did the trick.
No, he
No,
did a
the
taunt.
He did
Oh,
a
did he?
taunt.
Oh.
Did you want to do a taunt, a trick instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just smarts, not the taunt then. So you need just roll straight smarts. Okay, that's a 6. Are you happy with that?
I'm going to spend some bed.
Okay.
Is this +2 actually?
No, you don't get the +2. Oh, sorry. Yes, you do get the +2 to it because of your previous trick.
No, well,
You happy with that?
Well, the first one would have been better because it would have been an 8.
The first one's an 8.
okay. 8.
This should be a lot better.
Still failed it.
They're not too smart, these guys. So he is indeed tricked and shaken. Good move. Well done. Doing the taunt before the trick's a good idea, actually.
I guess his go it is.
It's Marcus miles away. Hooper.
But I'm going to use the guy with the gun.
Alright, yeah, he did reload.
Can you change me to Sigmar, please? Because then I can do the thing.
Do the accurate, yeah. There you go.
Uh,
Wow, we're running over a bit tonight, lads. Sorry, I think we're nearly done there.
we're going to kill this guy and we'll be
Yeah.
hit.
I'll take him out, it won't go bad.
Wound.
Wound. Oh,
Dead.
I've got so many bennies, haven't I?
Oh, no.
Has he got any pennies left?
He saved. Damn it.
He saved, sorry. It hits him, but he doesn't go down. I'm dead as he is.
Okay. Don't know what that sign was.
It was me, sorry.
Okay. Right, that's him gone. Carl's going to run.
See if you can gang up on him.
Yeah. Bloody, you can reach anywhere up there. Right, and I get a +1 bonus. I only get -2. That's only plus. That's the gang up bonus. Right, okay. Oh, wow, well, that was surprisingly. No damage done. Next guy, he's going to run too. It's also. Oh, break 7. 1. Can someone count squares because I can't see them? 1,
Gets to about there.
2. Does that mean he reached?
It's just difficult. Yeah, go on, he can reach. It's just difficult to see on this map, actually, the squares. I agree.
Right, he's going to attack. He's going to do headshot because he wants to kill someone.
Okay. I've got one Benny left.
Shh. He's going to pass. He's going to die. He's going to get like 20 wounds.
Benny's for you guys. Good call. What? Damn you with those Marines.
Only wound? Damn it.
Well, my last Benny goes in.
17's only 1
7
wound.
to 8 to.
The team will give me 2 wins.
Yeah, I need a yeah, it was just one off. Oh no! My last Benny! Well
Okay, so-
done.
Just before he dies, Aurora sort of rushes in and just pokes him, like pokes the tribe. What's it called?
Trident?
The trident right into the stomach, just to make it look like she killed him.
Good call, yeah, it was definitely her that got the killing blow there. You see it still twitching, you see, whereas you stab it and then it goes still. Just as that happens, Malagorn, you've been muttering to yourself the in some arcane words on the tablet, and everything seems to snap into place around you. The air suddenly gets much colder. You can see your breath in front of you. There's a nauseating whirling sound, and everywhere fills with a thick fog. You suddenly hear a sound of bird song, and looking around you see the island. You're still on the island, but the trees around you seem like large oak trees, of which you might find in the Empire's forest. Cutting through the trees and piercing into the night sky is a large black tower of magnificent proportions, which appeared like it had been enshrouded in a magical veil between time and space. Enter Fist and Danceless, and don't pull any levers. Yeah, I'll see if there's I'll put a lever in for you. It's a tower. You love towers. I know you'll love towers. And that, folks, is where we will leave it for this evening.
Did I roll some dice 6s?
Cool.